The possibilities are never ending, everyone, on Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Devin, joined by my co-hosts Lauren, Bruce, and Kayla, and we are finishing off Sonic Unleashed today. This is our final part, and,
Should be a short one, honestly.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the play
potentially.
session was shorter in that we only had a couple stages. It was
I
long
don't know
in
what you're
emotional
talking
time.
about. PlayStation was not shorter.
I mean, mine definitely was.
For
I
me,
think
no.
mine was roughly the same amount. Actually, no, yeah, it was shorter. I keep forgetting. Anytime I played through it, I broke it down into like 2 different parts.
Yeah, you were streaming it, so you
Yeah.
kind of had to split it up.
All right. Well, in any case, last week we did kind of the majority of the normal part of the game once you can actually move around and go to places.
Mhm.
And it was funny. There was just very little story last time. This time, we only have a couple stages, but there's a lot of story and a lot of other stuff. Let's say.
hmm
But we're starting with our last regular stage. We are heading to the country of Adabat, which is based off of various Southeast Asian countries. Indonesia, Thailand,
Yeah.
Cambodia.
Yeah, the flag's definitely Cambodia. The rest of it's generically Southeast Asian.
Well, there are temples here based off of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, which I
Yeah.
think is neat because Lost Izalith in Dark Souls is based off the same temple, so you can compare them.
Uh-huh.
But it leads into the last normal stage in the game,
Right.
which is called Jungle Joyride. And, well, we do the night stage first, and this is crazy because it is my favorite night stage in the game, and then is also my favorite day stage after that.
They
I
stayed
can.
pretty good.
Yeah, the night stage was probably the one I enjoyed the most.
The night stage I like because, for one thing, it's not that fucking long.
Yeah, I think my
It only took me
my
like 6
playthrough-
minutes.
Yeah, I think mine was just under 10, and I just got lost. Not lost, but was a little smooth brained a couple times.
In particular, I love the atmosphere here because, you know,
Yeah.
you've got this scenic coastline where you can see the last remnants of sunset even at night here. Everything is
Mhm.
lit up with torches, and oh my god, the music, the night track is one of my favorite tracks in not just this game, but the Sonic series.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm afraid this game has burned me too hard for me to appreciate anything. However, I
Yeah.
will say this stage is painless, which is the highest praise I can give to an Unleashed stage.
Yeah. Well,
It
maybe they
didn't
should have
trigger any
ordered them
trauma.
differently.
No, I'm gonna let you guys vent your frustration. I do have my frustrations, but
I mean,
Adabat to me was perfectly fine.
yeah, I
Like,
have no issues with this entire
Agreed.
country.
Yeah. I'm
Wait a
trying to think
minute.
of.
I don't completely agree on that. Stages, yes.
All right.
Oh, okay, yeah. Stages, yes.
Okay. Well, I
We'll
think I
get
know
to
what
what-
you're referring to.
Yeah, we'll get to
let's-
that shortly.
Let's pick up the rest of the stage part of the gameplay first. There's not that much to say really, you know, because we're
Not
very
really.
used to the werehog formula at this point. But you know, combat's
Yeah.
not too tedious. They're not constantly spawning wave after wave of stuff.
Yeah.
Platforming across the bridges and islands is not too big a deal. I don't love the waterfall section because
Oh, that one's a little weird.
timing jumps across the rushing water. It makes sense, I guess, that could knock
Yeah.
you into the sea. Part of it is you are right next to water that is deep enough to kill you, even though the shore is right there, so it feels just weird in terms of construction.
oh, it's like a very sharp drop off.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's actually what it's like.
Probably going to be a short tangent, but when I lived in Ohio, there was a creek that we would go to, and it was like that. It'd be like a very shallow body of water, and that there was what I refer to as the deep end, where there was just a sudden drop off to much deeper and stiller waters.
That does happen.
Yeah, so it does happen.
Yeah.
The timing waterfall is not accurate.
Yeah, I didn't
Well-
understand the logic there.
It's a platformer. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
There
guess
is
I didn't
some
even
deeper
think about
logic.
that. How can a waterfall turn on and off with regular? They're not faucets.
my dad, for a short period of time, when I was really young, had me convinced that there was like a fucking fire hydrant at the top of specifically Multnomah Falls. I
That
never
is
would have
hilarious.
believed that about
That is-
Niagara.
That is something your dad would do 100%.
Oh yeah.
That's some Calvin's dad from Calvin and Hobbes shit.
I
So
don't think I
true.
believed it. I don't think I believed it for all that long, but I definitely did believe it for a non-insignificant amount of time.
See, those photos are in color. The whole world was black and white back then.
That's right. And turning on lamps work by magic.
Back in the
Alright.
day, we had lights that you can clap to turn on and off.
I had those.
That's real, though.
I know that it's kind of along the lines of like back in my day, like type stuff that I would probably tell my like hypothetical
yeah.
grandchildren. I'd just be like, back in my day.
We could
Back in
yell
my
at
day,
a
the
hockey
sky was
puck to
blue.
turn off our lights.
Yeah, back in my day, the sky was much more blue.
Jesus Christ.
Back in my day, we could breathe outside. Alright, I'm making this depressing.
Cool.
The end of this level, you have a Titan mini-boss, whatever, and then this puzzle where you have to press buttons in the order at which the flower icon on them grows.
Really? I just jumped on all the buttons and it just opened.
Yeah,
I guess I
same.
got it correct on the
Same.
first try on
You
accident.
probably got it correct on the first try.
Same, that's
if you
exactly
just go
what I did.
counterclockwise, then they're all in the right order anyway, so...
Fascinating.
But you can,
Yeah,
if you climb the wrong side first, then yeah.
which is what I did.
It's not hard, it's not like... It's a puzzle in the most, fucking technical definition possible.
Typical of Werehog stages, honestly.
And
But, you know, that's that stage. But, oh man, if I like Jungle Joyride Night for its atmosphere, I love Jungle Joyride Day for its gameplay. This is the longest, hardest, most complex, normal daytime level in the game. And, that works extremely well for me.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but maybe I've gotten a little used to the gameplay.
I didn't find it to be that hard either, yeah.
I definitely had more trouble with, like, whatever that ice stage was called.
Cool Edge.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, I didn't find it particularly complicated. It was just
It
I
has
don't know, it
it
was
has
just
the
it was
most
just fun.
alternate paths, and I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
Intricate,
Yeah.
perhaps, but not
Intricate,
hard
maybe,
to
yeah.
traverse.
I guess part of it is that it actually does have just about everything that you have seen in the game up to that point, because you have egg flyers, interceptors, QTEs, water running, wall running, do or die 2D platforming, stupid fucking stomp switches,
Yeah, that frustrated me.
those
Yeah.
springs that flip over and have spikes on the bottom.
That never got me for some reason. The
Yeah.
game was showing mercy for these first two stages.
And terrible performance. One thing we never mentioned is that this game ran dog shit on original hardware.
Oh yeah, this game runs terribly on the PS3 and 360.
And the jungle, in fact, more than just the jungle in this stage, but the jungle area and also the water running, those were the poster childs where
Yeah, makes sense.
they would just turn into a friggin' slideshow. They overstepped their
God.
bounds. They put too much in there.
You put too much
Incredible.
sauce in, damn. Yeah, because like we're playing the recomp, and I assume it ran fine for everyone.
Yep,
Yeah.
no problems.
Yeah. Well, and it's especially odd because like the PS3 was more. I think it was more powerful than the 360.
Yeah, it is. It's
But it ran-
fairly significantly.
It ran worse, but also better in that it had more frame rate drops because it was trying to target 60 FPS, which I don't think it almost ever hit.
I'd be surprised. That was pretty standard though for that generation. Despite the fact that the 360 was the weaker console, games tended to perform better unless they were PS3 exclusives.
Yeah.
Just because the 360 had the bigger install base, so even Japanese developers realized they need to develop for the 360 first rather than the PS3.
Yeah. Well, in any case, I'm glad to not have to deal with that.
Oh yeah, no.
Mhm.
This entire recomp runs beautifully.
Yeah.
It's very impressive, yes.
But yeah, I guess I just listed everything that's in the stage. I just feel good doing well at this level. It's very much a final rush archetype for this game.
I have basically the same impression. It was painless, and that's the highest praise I can give.
If this level were in a better Sonic game, you'd like it.
Perhaps.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and knock off this last boss, the Egg Lancer,
Oh boy.
Oh
It's-
no.
This thing
The
got
egg
me a little
beetle-
tilted.
with the Devil Rays lasers attached.
So
And
this boss. Well, go ahead.
It's still not piloted by Eggman.
Yeah, I know. I
yeah.
noticed that this time. So this boss was the first time I noticed the boss music. The daytime boss music in this game is terrible.
I wouldn't say terrible, but it's not great.
Oh, I hate it. It's like
Huh.
it sounds like it's off tune, and especially when you have to constantly restart a fight because it's dog shit. The beginning of it drives you insane.
There's another fight where the beginning drove me insane, but not this one. Although
Yeah, this is the one that did for me.
I was driven insane though by I mean, it's not long, but it is when you do it over and over. The beginning cutscene where the boss has to
Oh
like
god, yes.
do its little flex. Like,
At first,
let me skip it.
multiple times I thought the game had bugged out and didn't spawn the boss. And then I realized,
Because
oh
there's a
no, it
long
just takes a
pan
second.
too.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
it's
forgot about that.
annoying. But I actually, my last 2 runs at this fight, I had to turn off the boss music.
That's fair.
It was driving me nuts. This boss, I think, took me about 6 tries.
It took me at least 6 tries. That's pretty standard for anything in this game, though.
Fair enough.
I don't remember how much or if I died on this boss, but I didn't like it, so.
Yeah, no, this is not a fun boss.
The thing is, this is less of a boss and more of a hazard avoidance thing.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
it takes the worst parts of the bosses it's combining, basically. Because, like, the Devil Ray was fine because it was always vulnerable, but this one is like, well, except apparently you were able to attack the beetle, so I don't know why you can't. This one just like was like, bye, see you later half the time, and you're like, okay, dodge lasers now.
I think you
And the
can
lasers
hit this one some of the time.
Yeah, if you boost up to it, you can homing attack it.
But
it literally disappears sometimes. It like goes into the background.
It does. It does do that. But
yeah.
if it is on the same plane as you, you can boost up and homing attack it. That's why
I was able to do that sometimes, but the game will only let you do a little damage and then you'll just run away again.
It expects you to spend most of your time dodging its attacks in this closed loop that ends with QTE jump panels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you're supposed to do the damage, which...
Yeah, I think that's where... Yeah,
or at least a good chunk of the damage.
Yeah, that's the big damage.
Yeah, but that unfortunately means that you have to run through the loop over and over if you're doing it that way. It takes a really long time.
Yeah, I think even my successful run, I had to loop like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, well,
also,
and for me, it's just, you know, it just feels very anticlimactic as a normal boss, because it's like, oh, it's the 2 bosses we already did again.
Yeah,
but now
it feels very much like they realized, oh no, Daytime Sonic needs another boss.
Yeah, we didn't have anything for this level.
Just combine these 2 other bosses.
They already didn't put anything in Empire City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange. Also, when you're running on like, I don't know, it's like there's like a bridge on a wall and there's like gaps in the bridge, and like my eyes started like falling apart and I like couldn't see. That like drops mines, and the mines with the holes and like the forest shining through, I couldn't see anything, so I couldn't dodge them very well at all. The lasers are clear, but those stupid mines are indistinct versus the busy background.
Too much visual noise going on, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, at least for me, everybody's got their own visual stuff, but I found the mines were pretty easy to spot because they had like purple on them.
At first, I found them easy to spot, but there's a lot of visual noise in this fight.
No, there is. There definitely is a lot of visual noise. My big problem is that I kept wanting to jump to dodge stuff.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But that will launch you off of the wall. I actually did a funny little glitch towards the end. Let me see if I can find it. But just like, look what happened. No, 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 no! Sonic, land on the platform. Where are we going? What is this? What the fuck?
What the fuck did I just witness?
You survived!
As he's falling off of the wall, I'm like, what?
Amazing.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, something like this happened to me in another stage. It's weird when that happens.
A little bit. Well, then there was also some like visual glitching going on, I think, because the game was like, you were supposed to die there.
And the game's like, hold on a second, you didn't die? Shit, I have to figure out where you go now. I think for that section, the only way I was able to do damage was just slam into him while I was boosting.
Yeah, you can do that. I figured that out eventually.
Yeah. once you know the little ways to damage him, the boss goes by somewhat smoothly.
Yeah, I did notice that. It's really strange. I died at least 6 times. I don't know how many. And then eventually I was like, okay, wait, I figured it out. And then the final attempt was actually not hard for some reason.
You entered the
Yeah,
trance
yeah.
state. The Zen came to you.
Yeah, once I
Basically.
turned off the music and put some music on Spotify, I flew through the fight pretty easily.
All right. Well,
Oh, the music was throwing you off. Gotcha.
I think it kind of was, honestly.
Understandable.
well.
I actually had to do that again for the final boss.
All right. So that's that boss. It's yeah, it's that boss. But
Right.
let's go ahead and finish things off here. So, we did that boss, and now hey, a major plot development. We haven't had one of those in a while. Sonic and Chip reach the final Gaia temple, but Chip is like freaked out for some reason. Oh, it's another old building. How terrifying.
Bad juju.
Fair.
Yeah, kind of. And true to form, inside there is this huge mural containing, hey, that is a drawing that looks exactly like Chip. The other ones have anything like that? They didn't, right?
I didn't pay attention. However,
I didn't pay attention here either. I didn't notice the painting.
in Adabat, well, anywhere really, you can buy souvenirs, but specifically in Adabat, there's a charm that looks specifically like Chip that you can purchase and give
Oh.
to the professor.
Interesting, huh?
Darn, that's
Neat.
disappointing. I thought there was going to be a painting of Hatsune Miku on your game, Bruce.
Unfortunately, I don't think there was.
That's
would've
like an
noticed
update they
that.
gotta add later, replace that texture.
Okay, the Miku mod for this game that replaces Chip is strangely high effort.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
I mean,
and that
already
sounds
it replaces Chip's voice with with Miku's voice, which is cool in my book.
Yeah.
Probably easy to do since it's just all pre-programmed.
Probably. But there's other things that I'll bring up when they're relevant that make me really confused why they did it, but I'm glad they did.
All right. Well, meanwhile, back in the plot, Chip touches that big mural and is warped to this like space mindscape.
It's an astral plane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this ball of light tells him he's special, and then you don't see anything else when he comes out.
Yeah.
He comes out later. But he reveals to Sonic the truth. He's finally got his memory back, and it turns out that Chip is Light Gaia, the counterpart to
Or in
Dark
my
Gaia.
case, he just says, "My name is Hatsune Miku."
They just
Absolutely
say the same thing
incredible.
again. But yes, this little fucking lawn gnome is the ultimate force of life and rebirth on Earth.
So I knew this plot twist already, but
So
I
did I,
expected
yeah.
that at this point in the game they'd like transform into their true form. But no, this is their true form apparently.
It's a little lame. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Well, it's like, when we get to see Dark Gaia later, and even when we saw him in the
Mhm.
start, that was a big-ass fucking thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Light Gaia is this little fairy creature.
Yeah.
Imp.
Whatever. I don't care what he actually is called.
Anyway, also, the continent gets fixed, and I don't even acknowledge it.
At this point, they're used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't need to be. But, yeah, so he lost his memory, for the same reason that Dark Gaia got turned into smoke, is because Eggman woke him and Dark Gaia up way too early.
You know what? I kind of vibe with that. I've definitely been woken up early enough that I like look around like, where the fuck am I?
Sounds about right.
But the cycle is that every several million years, they don't say how many, I don't think.
I thought they said a few thousand.
1,000 years?
I'm pretty sure they said million, but whatever.
I remember them saying
every
they've been
large-
around for millions of years, but I don't remember them necessarily saying it's
Every
every
large number amount of time.
All
Right,
well,
yeah.
whatever the number is, every really long time, Dark Gaia destroys the world, and then Light Gaia recreates it.
Which is
So I guess in that
Hmm.
case, it doesn't matter whether they look similar, because Dark Gaia's job is to destroy it, and Light Gaia's job is to put it back
they
together.
perform different things. But like, why does Dark Gaia need to look so scary then? If it just destroys the world, he could just be another little furry creature.
You
True.
can't destroy things when you're that small.
I mean, how does Chip repair the world in that form?
Yeah, come
Magic.
on. If Chip can do it through magic, then Dark Gaia should be able to do it through magic also.
Exactly.
He
It
loads a
works
save
either
file.
way.
You know what? That's probably
Yeah.
true.
But so let's also note that this means Eggman's not getting world domination through this play.
No.
This stupid scheme is just to explode everything.
Does Eggman not read the lore?
Apparently
well,
not.
Based on something later, I think he was expecting he could like use it to threaten the world, just like in
Control it, yeah.
Like
SA2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eclipse Cannon or even Perfect Chaos.
Well, he needs to understand that dark gods are not his gun.
I don't know why he keeps thinking they are.
See, the thing is, at first, it seemed like I'm using information we haven't quite seen yet, but you've seen evidence of it a little bit. It seemed like Eggman was just siphoning off Dark Gaia's power, but then later it definitely shows that he expected to be able to control it, and that's the part that really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they have said
Yeah.
that he made such and such with Dark Gaia energy, so I don't know why he wasn't content to just do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Much-
just
much
use the
smarter.
energy.
Anyway, there's more to this cutscene. Because the sun sets, Sonic becomes Werehog again, and he's like, that makes sense. Chip's power must have been protecting him from being possessed like all those other guys happen, because...
Nah, that would have made sense.
Well, so they say Dark Gaia's power made the Werehog happen, which is weird, because we only see it when... Dark Gaia gets released after Sonic starts turning into the Werehog in the intro. My guess would be that maybe the whole reason he could trap Super Sonic in the first place was that he had some Dark Gaia energy.
I
I
assume
think-
so.
What it is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in like post or whatever. I think as the beam that got shot down released Dark Gaia, it like caused that to get infused with Sonic. It was something like that.
Oh,
That's why
Sorta
Sonic
like
started
that fucking-
transforming.
it's like that Doctor Who scene where he gets struck by lightning and that puts his DNA into all the human Dalek hybrids.
What?
Oh my gosh, what a
The
dumb
fucking
scene. How
what?
dare you bring that up?
It's not even that bad an episode, but that scene is really stupid. That episode has Andrew Garfield in it for some reason. I guess it was before he was that famous. Anyway, none of this matters.
Yeah, it's something similar to what I described. It was just like Sonic got infused with Dark Gaia energy as Dark Gaia was being released.
So that all is fine, and yeah, it would make sense if Chip's power were protecting Sonic. But no, we have to take this moment to fillet Sonic a bit. Chip is like, no, Sonic, you're just built different. You're just that cool.
Yeah,
That
honestly,
is so stupid.
when that scene that exchange started, I was like, oh, okay, that's a cool way to show that Chip has been
Yeah.
helping the whole way through. And
Even
they
if
just
Chip
like,
didn't
no,
know that.
he's actually been useless, just like you
It's
thought.
so dumb. It's
This
so
is a cop-out,
dumb.
Sega.
Sonic is just so cool.
We were this close to having a real reason to keep this monkey around.
Exactly.
Yeah, this fucking creature has been basically useless this entire time.
No, he's giving people chocolate. What are you talking about?
Oh, good. Chocolate.
Pocket chocolate.
Anyway,
Floor ice cream.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
Gives you
Chip is like, I remember now. Thank you, Sonic. Now I can go. And then Sonic, he tries to leave. And
Nah,
Sonic
bitch, this
grabs
game
him.
ain't over yet.
And it's like, what does he think he's going to do?
he's gonna do
if
what
the
he did for the final boss.
so hold on. If the cycle is Dark Guy destroys the world, Chip rebuilds it, or Light Guy rebuilds it, excuse me. And he's going off to go do whatever he's supposed to do. That implies he just assumes Dark Guy is going to win, and he's just going to go wait for Dark Guy to destroy the world.
Oh, so it's almost
So
like
the world's
Sinister.
already
Like,
been
goodbye, Sonic. I'll see you when
No,
you're
well,
dead.
I assume destroy the world means like wiped clean.
Yeah,
I
basically.
guess
know-
I was gonna say it's destroyed, but like
Well,
they've been
it's only been-
rebuilding it.
Yeah, it's only been
So-
split apart. It hasn't really been destroyed yet.
It's only been split apart.
You know,
Look,
I just
Sonic that's
realized,
like every Thursday.
Fair.
is Chip an idiot? Because
Yes.
this happens every so often, and like they describe it as completely natural and fine. So I assumed also that when you rebuild the world, like, everyone is resurrected or whatever as well.
Oh,
like,
no, I
it's
don't
all
think
part
that's
of
true.
Well,
I
so what,
assume
you
this
mean
is like
they're
a mass
saying every
extinction
so
event.
often everyone dies, but
Yes.
Yeah, I assume this is just like a mass extinction event.
No,
Well, here's something.
Sega would come
how's
up
there
with some
life
sort
on
of
the planet
excuse.
then?
No, Sega would say that no one died. They all just disappeared.
Well, no, Sega is fine with saying people have died in the past, and that's the thing, is that There's no
Oh, but
evidence.
if it happened again,
There's no evidence in any Sonic game of something before the current cycle of Light and Dark Gaia. Even the ancients in Sonic Frontiers arrived between cycles.
Sure.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right. Well, because
Um,
maybe that does mean it is on a multi-million year scale. Because I don't know.
okay.
Ancients are only hundreds of thousands of years old.
Yeah. So if it is only
I
a
guess
few
it is
thousand
millions.
years,
Yeah.
it would have to be maybe hundreds of millions.
Yeah. So yeah. So I do think that it is an everyone dies thing. I just think that it's in the realm of we'll talk about this when we get to the ending. I don't want to get too in depth. The point is, Chip leaves to either try and stop Dark Gaia himself, which he obviously can't do because he's a friggin' puppy with wings, or
He's a chihuahua with wings.
or to wait for Dark Gaia to destroy the world and be like, bye Sonic, I'll see you when you're dead.
Well, I couldn't have helped.
To put it back together. But the point is, Sonic grabs him and Chip's like, oh, come on, there's no reason for you to help. And Sonic's like, do I need a reason to want to help out a friend?
You two have known each other for 72 hours at most. You're not friends.
It has been much more than that, but okay.
Yeah, because of the actual gimmick of this game, it has to have been.
Yeah, Sonic, I'm pretty sure doesn't sleep for a week.
Okay, a week.
In any case,
there are people I've known for months that I wouldn't call friends.
Listen, but this is in character for Sonic. He would absolutely help a person that he barely knows.
That's the Sonic that I know.
The thing to me that's funny
Sonic
is
I know and put up
Sonic, you do have a reason.
That's true.
Chip sucks and can't do this on his own. Also,
yeah, Sonic, you need to actually do this for Chip.
Also, you have to
trying to be nice.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's why he's saying, do I need a reason? He's being nice. He's not saying I need to help you because you'll screw it up.
Yeah, but
yeah, you're too dumb to do this on your own, Chip. Let me do it.
Sonic is aware he has a reason, but he doesn't want to say it because being honest with Chip would be mean. I was going to say his other reason is Sonic needs to get rid of his Omegaverse fanfiction transformation somehow. But...
Right.
He doesn't actually need to. Is it really a problem? Think
about it.
I don't think
how much longer it takes him to get rid of one egg fighter in that form versus a day stage.
Yeah, but
if he has to do a job at night, that's a good point. I suppose.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, if he maintained the werehog form, that would mean we'd have to play as him. It plays the werehog in other games.
Also, no sleeping for Sonic ever again.
Why can't he sleep as a werehog? That was my point.
Well, right now, because he's got to, save the world. But afterwards, then yeah, he could sleep as
it didn't actually seem that inconvenient. But then you pointed out if ever Eggman attacked at night, that would be really annoying.
We never see Sonic sleep in any Sonic game most of the time anyway. Actually, he does in Sonic Adventure 1, so I'm wrong.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, he's just surviving off of Monster at this point.
We very rarely see him sleep at night, though, so that's funny.
He takes
That sounds right. He stays up
owl.
late and then he sleeps, through the afternoon. That sounds on brand.
Actually, that is, yeah. Anyway, so, back to Pickle's lab, where he tells us Tails is all set to fly us to the final temple location.
Yeah, so I didn't notice Tails was in the lab.
Neither did I.
So I left and tried to go figure out how to get there.
Yeah, same.
Well, if you're playing this game for yourself, now is definitely the point where you do some cleanup if you want to get anything you've missed, especially in terms of experience points. I'm guessing you guys did not do any.
No, fuck that.
No, because I already spent a good chunk of the game having to do sun metal hunting this time around.
And this is why we use the mods that were recommended.
Oh yeah, because Jungle Joyride Day is a big wall for metal progression, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to collect 15 of them, but luckily I learned you can just buy souvenirs, give them to Professor Pickle, and sometimes he'll give you sun medals.
Funny.
And moon medals.
Bribe your way into the stages.
Honestly, that's what I ended up doing.
They give you so many ways of getting medals and never consider the idea of just not making you have to need that many.
Yeah.
It's all about the padding.
All about the bloat. Speaking of which...
Oh, yes.
When you do talk to Tails to fly to the final location, we have Tornado Defense 2!
It's Tornado Defense 1, again, with no changes.
Basically, I think some of them are a little tighter timing, but if you don't care about doing well, that doesn't matter, and I stopped caring about doing well after I did everything perfectly on the first one, but I fat-fingered a button and it ruined my S rank. So,
Oof. Just be like me and don't care about S ranks.
I didn't for this one. That's my point.
I mean, in
He has
general.
learned.
Well, I like getting S ranks on Sonic levels, but
We're getting
Anyway.
S ranks on good Sonic levels.
I mean,
some of these are good. But anyway, I guess there's nothing to say about this. It's what you did before. It's even the exact same egg cauldron again.
Exactly.
No, there's basically nothing to say here.
It's
I
just
think I
a
said
bunch
it
of
before.
cuties.
It's like we could have just cut out the first egg cauldron and just have just this one show up.
Basically.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well,
I don't
it's
want
weird
this
to
one
ha-
either, but yeah.
I feel like
Well,
I mean,
then
I
it
don't
would
want
make
either
sense.
one of them, but like
Absolutely.
if you're gonna have one, I'd
Yeah,
much
at
rather
least
have
it would
it
make
here.
this part original, and it would at least say, you would at least be able to justifiably say there's some build up to the final stage with it. I don't agree with that. I don't think it needs to be there anyway, but it's at least something.
No,
but
but
to
I'm
do it
also
twice
saying
is
like the
like-
whole here's the problem with the continuity that we talked about a while back, where it's just like Eggman showed up and we know it's Eggman showing up in the egg cauldron talking to Sonic,
Mhm.
and then we cut to Missouri a little bit later and Eggman's just like, how are you still alive? And it's like, my brother in Christ,
You
I
lost.
I beat your machine. You saw me.
Well, and that doesn't happen for this next stage. I would say it's still a little disjointed because it seems like Eggman's been there a while by the time you get to him, but
Yeah. No, but I mean, yes, I definitely don't like either egg cauldrons, but
yeah.
if I had to pick
The
one,
second,
this
the
one would
second
make the
one
most
makes
sense.
more sense without the first.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Don't do that again, Sega. And I don't think they did, so good. But Tails drops us off, and we land in Eggman Land. He did it. He
sweet
finally
Jesus.
built the world he wanted.
Okay,
Why
so
is it-
here's the thing.
Why is it
What?
always amusement parks?
Like this is lame. Like if you can't just, this is like his ultimate dream. You can't
feel
just
like-
suddenly have it with
Yeah, I feel like-
without earning it. Like
I feel
he's
like it would make
oh,
more
I just
sense if it was
built
like half
Eggman Land.
constructed.
What?
I feel like it would be cooler for like half constructed, and Sonic's
I
tearing
would-
it down while it's being constructed.
I would at least more readily accept it that way.
But
Yes.
yeah,
I-
like it's just suddenly there, and the
So-
excuse is dark Gaia power.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well,
That's a
Dark Guy
lame
Power is one
reason.
thing. What I want from this, I want to hear about what was here beforehand. Because
Nothing. He
A-
just
a guy
chose
at
an
temple.
unoccupied spot of land because he realized I can build Eggman Land there and no one will stop me.
Which means
No,
that it's
th-
functionally
there-
no different than any other Eggman city.
there
Exactly.
was-
Calling it Eggman Land is a scam.
There's a
Ooh.
Gaia temple here.
That's the only reason why. Actually,
Yeah,
I don't
but
even know if he
built-
knew the temple
he-
was there.
No, he did.
Okay.
he did build it on the
Yeah.
temple. The question is just, was
He-
there anybody else around? Because that was the thing, is that in Sonic Adventure 1,
Usually
he
the
wants to
temples
demolish,
are like,
he wants to demolish Station Square to make it his Wonderland.
Right. Which
And
See,
here,
that's the
apparently he
thing.
could just do that the whole time.
The thing is, Eggman Land isn't just about having wacky, evil theme park. I mean, it partially is, but it's also about foisting that upon an existing society.
Right.
But you can just building it on an old temple.
Well, yeah,
there's
it's
no
a sign that
impact
Eggman's
there.
superior.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
the symbol of his conquest. So his conquest was over
his
some...
conquest was the last Gaia temple that Sonic needed to get to. Eggman
no.
Land serves as the death trap.
Oh no, he moved into an unoccupied spot of land.
Okay,
He
okay.
made fucking Nightmare Clown Land to
Okay.
kill Sonic.
Well, so
And
okay.
it kills our
let's-
sanity instead.
Let's be
Yeah.
clear here. We're talking about the problem with the premise. We're not saying that the thing that they built doesn't deliver on the premise. It's just that
Oh sure.
you could have got here differently.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah, just having it suddenly be there that there it doesn't feel earned. But yes, I'll admit it is everything I imagined it to be.
Oh god, yes, it's great. It's
Yeah,
Eggman's
this is
hamming
what I
it the
like. I
fuck
like when
up.
they're walking in. I love the Eggman PA announcements. It's almost a Sonic
Yeah.
Colors preview in that regard.
kind of,
Um,
yeah.
A little bit.
You've got
The
dangerous
same
rides,
coughing.
giant Eggman statues. The fact that everything is his face is great.
Of course.
No, I
No,
do
the way
like
it
the
looks
level
is great.
design.
Well,
Yeah, the
let's wait a second
design.
before we get there.
Yeah, the actually playing the level, but
We're still in the cutscene. We're
still in the
mercifully spared for a few more minutes.
I just wanted to say one more thing, which is that I do like Eggman laughing so much that he starts choking and coughing, and the music going out of tune when he does that.
Oh yeah.
Eggman is hamming it up so hard for this PA, and I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like they did the same thing in colors,
Oh,
Oh
right?
yeah, they
I
ran that
think
joke
so.
into the ground in colors, but this
Kind
is
of.
this game. I when we get to colors comedy, I have very mixed feelings on that too.
Same.
Yeah.
Anyway, last chance to say anything good about this.
I
just
like
love
Chip
Sonic
wanting
Star.
to. Yeah, I like Chip wanting to take pictures. That's funny.
Yeah, because like I want to say I would go here as a tourist destination, and the thing is that no, I wouldn't, because I'm not
No, you wouldn't.
suicidal. But
Yeah, it would kill you.
Okay, but that would be funny if somehow Sega had the money and like it would
Make an
actually get
Eggman
enough
land.
interest. If they did a theme park that was Eggman Land, that would be incredible.
Eggman themed things are always so fun thematically.
Yeah.
True.
But
true.
now, from a gameplay sense, we reach the final challenge, the most insane stage in the game, and for some people, maybe the most insane thing the series has ever done. Because
Yeah.
Eggman Land is not a day stage, and it is not a night stage. It is a
Yes.
both stage.
Yeah.
Switching between the two styles multiple times to deliver the longest level in the history of the franchise, maybe.
Yeah, I'm posting my
probably.
time now.
Oh my god.
57 minutes Lauren took. Yeah, that's... And... No, sorry, 52 minutes. Sorry, I was looking at 57
Almost
seconds.
53. I was almost 37 minutes.
And the
I
thing
think.
is, Lauren, that is not that uncommon for a first-timer. Also, you playing this game in 4:3 aspect ratio?
Yeah, to make sure it runs nice.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
alright.
You guys did a lot better than I did.
How badly did you do?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you over an hour?
Yeah.
Hour 15?
71 minutes.
Well, you still
Hour-
beat that
hour-
example time at
Hour
least.
11.
Yeah.
That's true. The one we looked at a while back, or last week, was like 90 minutes or something.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised. I could have gone longer.
Oh yeah,
Bruce
if
took
I died
36
more times.
minutes, I took 27.
Yeah,
Well,
if I had died more time, well, Devin's played this before.
That's fair. I was dying a bunch in
I died a
Eggman Land.
lot. So my problem was I would die a bunch in certain areas and then break past, and I would speed, mostly werehog areas, and I would speed through as Day Sonic and then hit another werehog wall.
That's funny because I had the opposite problem. I would speed through the werehog stuff, and then as daytime Sonic, I would just be constantly fucking it up.
Oh.
And I don't know if there's any sort of input lag or just like my brain was just not functioning. He would not respond to any of the, like, anytime I press the button to jump, there was a delay with that. Around this time, I was starting to feel the frustration of having homing attack and boost on the same button.
Mm.
This is why we
Because-
have mods.
I would see the reticle pop up, and I would hit the button to do the homing attack, and Sonic would instead just go boosting. I'm like, no, motherfucker, that's not what I wanted you to do.
Yeah, this is why we have mods to fix these things. As I said in your Twitch chat multiple times.
No.
They gotta have the vanilla experience, Bruce.
Yeah, exactly.
I respect it.
I respect it, but
for
also
sure.
think you're wrong.
I
Damn.
don't.
I think if I were to go back and play a lot of these stages again, I would definitely do a lot better.
If I were
Yeah.
to go back and play these stages again, I'd play Project Unleashed.
This stage is, the aesthetics of a horrific theme park of death are excellent, as is the
Oh, yeah.
discordant music.
Oh, the
but-
music is really good. I love
Music
how
is
you
good,
got
yeah.
the two mixes that you swap between. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the
And,
concept of swapping between daytime Sonic and the Werehog is interesting.
Yeah, I'll admit if it was a
If we-
fun game, I'd be like, oh, that's a good idea.
So even as someone who has enjoyed a good chunk of the game, this should have been split up into multiple stages, even if they wanted to keep the swapping gimmick.
Yes. I don't know why it's so long. We talked about how it was long, but yeah, just that makes it that much worse. Yeah, they
It
could have had
feels
two acts.
like-
I don't know why they had one act.
It really should have been 2 acts. Everything else has been 2 acts.
You could do
just
3 acts,
make-
probably.
Yeah, but
Don't
that
make
would
it
break
so
the pattern.
fucking long.
Well, I think that's what the Wii version does.
Isn't
doesn't
there
it?
3 of each section?
Think so. At least for the Werehog, yes. Daytime, I don't remember.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so no, I'm
yeah, no, just it's like I I almost respect it. It's the fact that it's not fun that I don't respect, but
I respect how ballsy it was to make this level. I don't respect anything else about it.
yeah. Well, and because I love, again, I love the atmosphere. I love
Sure.
I love that it is a theme park of death.
Yeah, no, that's great. Everything surrounding the gameplay, pretty solid.
Well,
Really
I mean,
cool. And then having to play the stage for a minimum of almost 30 minutes to an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, well,
is
especially
insane.
when
ridiculous.
it's the most challenging platforming in the game for Day Sonic, for me at least. You have the pushy walls that can insta kill you. They have that jump selector segment with saw blades chasing you.
Oh my gosh, I didn't understand. Okay, so I didn't actually know how those things even worked. I still don't really know how they work.
Yeah,
but
the
seems
button
like
tells you to press. It changes the direction for reference.
changes the direction. I
Yes.
thought that you got one direction if you did it right, and then you got another one if you did it
Well,
wrong.
maybe some of them are like that, but in these cases, it's I need grab control. But so each button sends you in a specific direction. I think X sends you forward, A sends you up, and B sends you down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about those things.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about wall jump. I'm stupid.
No, there's
Well-
a wall jumping section with the.
No, and
with
let's
the
be clear, this
bubbles
thing
as
does
well.
suck. That's why in Generations they changed it so it's just a thing where you press left, right, up, or down, and then jump button to make Sonic go in that direction.
That makes a
way
lot
more
more
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just randomly die to these things throughout the game. Like, whatever, I don't need to understand them. I can just brute force my way through eventually. But this section was like, you have a billion in a row and like 5 rings. So you can't just brute force your way through. You actually have to figure it out. So it was trial and error. I basically just figured out the right combination of buttons the game wanted me to do.
God damn. I mean, that deserves some respect.
I mean, you
I
you
can't
learned it
believe
eventually.
I made it through this whole stage, honestly. I was, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so many little things. I just have.
Devin, it's funny you brought up the pushy walls also. The one time they were an issue for me, the game bugged and didn't kill Sonic.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
That's
surprised.
funny. I had the opposite problem. My game, I jumped and maybe I just like didn't jump high enough or something, but when the pushy walls came out and like insta killed Sonic.
Yeah, it pushed Sonic into like the forward plane and then pulled him back.
Oh god.
That's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, mine pushed me
why.
like sideways though. I was in a 2D section and the wall like came out from the left side.
See, maybe I might have actually pushed Sonic underneath the wall and then he popped back up.
I will say, I do like that those platforms have Eggman faces on them and they laugh before they try to kill you. And
I like the laugh.
It's such a missed opportunity that they didn't bring that back, because these walls are in a couple levels and colors very briefly, but they don't have the faces.
Oh, yeah.
You ruined the best part of it.
Well, I enjoy when Eggman's like the Eggman springs also laugh at you when you accidentally home attack them.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. That's really funny because it's like another level of Eggman telling you suck.
Well, and even like some of the furnaces and engines in this level, that like some of the pieces that you climb around in the Werehog level, some of them are literally still Eggman shaped in very subtle ways occasionally.
It's like the hidden Mickeys in Disneyland.
It really
There's so
is.
much potential. Yeah. Okay, so I just have a list of basically everything I hate in this level. So to start, these stupid conveyors that are mainly at the beginning, but they show up later in the speed section.
Oh, yeah.
Where, oh my god, you jump and then you just fly 1,000,000 feet forward, and you have to jump because there's like these stupid lasers and they're layered at different parts, and there's also stuff coming at you.
Oh yeah, the
I had
boost
to-
conveyor belt.
Yeah, you have to boost for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you have to rebuild the boost if you lose the boost.
You have to just jump as few times as you can, basically.
I saw the second one of those. I think I skipped the first by taking a different route. There are a lot of paths to take.
I didn't.
Yeah,
know that.
I realized that when I was looking up a guide because I couldn't figure out a specific room. I think it's it's a Werehog room. It's a big circular room.
There's a
with,
couple of those, and all of them are bad.
Yeah, well, this one specifically has a big fan in the bottom. You have to. There's a bunch of the small electrified Gaia monsters.
Oh yeah, the room where you
That-
feel like you're doing something wrong no matter how you play it.
Yes.
I was like,
had to Google how to do that because I couldn't figure it out. I didn't realize I had to kill them because usually you don't have to kill those monsters.
No, normally they're platforms basically.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you
Instead,
can
have to use them as
barely
block-
reach them.
Well, you have to use them. You have to slingshot to them and kill them in midair.
I think I just jumped and I could barely reach them, but
You can also
I guess it wasn't the right way.
You can do that as well. The game wants you to slingshot to them.
Huh. Yeah, that part was really annoying because the fan kept getting in the way, and sometimes it would damage me, and sometimes it wouldn't for reasons. And sometimes I could stand on it, and sometimes I couldn't.
I don't think I was ever able to stand on it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's moving so slow. Why do you take damage from touching it just in general? Like, what, you should be able to stand on it.
It's sharp. It's too sharp.
Even the top
Sharp
of it
on the
is.
flat part, Cal?
Yeah, sure.
Sonic's getting burrs in his feet. He's getting little burrs.
He has cleats on.
The cleats
That's
are
a good
hurting
point,
my feet.
actually.
The fan was really
The
frustrating.
cleats
Yeah.
are double-sided.
Actually, those cleats cannot be comfortable to walk in, like, no matter what.
Okay.
No, because
What
cleats
about
are used to
existing
like
as the werewolf
grip
is comfortable?
into.
Wait, what?
No, Kayla, go ahead.
Huh.
No, David, you go because yours
Yeah,
was
go on.
funnier.
What'd you say?
I said, what about existing as the werehog looks comfortable?
Oh, you know what? That's fair,
Oh, good
actually.
That's
point.
why I started laughing.
That's fair. Those
'Cause,
stretchy arms cannot be comfortable.
Well, the
Um,
stretchy arm, the transformation,
Information always sounds like
teeth
it's horrifically
growing
painful.
in,
Stubby legs.
stubby legs.
The stubby legs are
Your
really fun.
his shoulders like get wider. Man becomes a Dorito.
Yeah, he turns into Boom Knuckles.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, not quite.
Not as
Um,
tall, but
Not as
That was actually
tall.
one of the first mods they made for this game, like 8 or 9 years
course.
ago, was that they replaced Sonic with Knuckles and Knuckles with Werehog with Boom Knuckles.
Of
Oh my
course, that
God.
makes sense.
It's a natural switch.
That's a natural switch, yeah.
Anyway,
Let's
back to
see.
the level.
Kayla, you mentioned the wall jumping. There's these wall jumping things, between these fans. And
Yeah.
there's this one part where it's like above a conveyor belt. And I could not get the wall jump to trigger until like 10 times trying to do it.
So
Honestly, triggering the wall jump in this game is just annoying in general. I
it's
can't get it to work
occasionally-
sometimes.
it is occasionally a crapshoot. I'm curious. Devin, I don't know if you know this. It seems like multiple spots, when they give you the option to change, you can just decide not to.
I noticed one spot like that. Everywhere
There
else,
was,
I don't
I think 2 that I
think so.
noticed.
There's at least one. I remember a wall jump place that's like to the side of one of the hourglasses.
That's the main one I was thinking of.
And that
There's
really
another one I
just
can't
delays you
remember.
transforming for like, I don't know, 30
Okay.
seconds.
So you
Worth
either
it.
way, I honestly, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually really weird. There was one section where there's like some pipes and stuff, and I was like, hang on a second, what if I just turned back to Sonic? And so I walked on the pipes for a little bit. I'm like, it's too slippery. But I'm like, I wonder if you can do this though. It
I'm
seems
sure
possible.
I'm sure
for,
some speedrunner could.
for like part of the way, and then if you lose speed run tricks, you could maybe go the full way. I don't know. But it was
I'm sure
weird
speedrunner
because
could.
for some hourglasses, there's like a door or something you have to use the werehog to open.
Yeah.
And then lasers appear behind you because they don't want you backtracking and switching back. But there are some parts that don't force you. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, and
Honestly, it would be really cool. Like, I mean, I would just never use werehog, but it would be really cool if like a lot of these sections you could it was
There
an
were
option.
2 ways. Yeah,
Like,
honestly,
that makes
that would-
even more path possibilities.
that
then.
would be more interesting. It's like, oh, you could swap to Werehog, but here's this speed section that is maybe harder.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't quite what you're looking for. There are mods for playing this entire level as daytime and nighttime Sonic.
Interesting.
Okay, so if you just make a mod where you can swap then between those 2 versions, there you go.
Yeah.
Then that's
same
almost the way there.
Yeah,
that would be
basically-
really
that's
neat.
what- Yeah, that'd be really
And
neat.
fair enough,
I'd
because-
check that out.
Werehog, you mentioned pipes. Werehog also has his hardest platforming in this level, in that it's fucking dog shit. Because
Yeah.
they make you land on these teeny tiny ass pipes with no drop shadow and no way to angle the camera, and I died to depth perspective a bunch of times.
That hit me a few times, yeah.
Yep. What happened to me was you're on the pipes and it slows you down a lot when you're on the pipe. I'm like, okay, good. So I'll not fall off as easily, although I still did sometimes. But then like there's a platform, you go on the platform and then suddenly you're moving at like light speed compared to when you're on a pipe. And I'm like, I can't position myself to get on the pipe, and then I run on the pipe, but then I'm moving too fast, I just fall right off.
That might be
Like,
my fault. That might be my
There
fault
might-
for recommending you a mod that makes the werehog faster.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it didn't work that way normally.
Maybe,
Okay, that might not be the game's fault then. Fair enough. Let's see. Oh, speaking of werehog sections. Okay, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this yet. But there's a bit of game design here that is just straight up, it's trolling you. There's no other way to describe it. You
Oh, boy.
fall into this big circular room, and there's like these pipes that enemies drop out of.
Yes, this.
Yes,
And-
there's enemy spawners in this level. I mentioned that last week, actually.
Okay, but like you see the enemies, you're like, okay, so beat
just
up
kill them.
enemies, but then no, they
More
just keep
spawn.
coming. They don't stop coming ever until
Just
you
do-
find the
I ran
secret
into-
switch.
I
to
ran into
step
2 rooms
forward.
like this.
Behind a breakable wall, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, a breakable wall that my camera covered me up breaking, so suddenly I was inside of a room and I didn't know why.
Yeah, the camera doesn't turn towards it. It's very easy to not notice.
Oh my god, the camera in this stage, specifically this stage, is so fucking terrible.
It's funny.
I was gonna say, I mean, I was able to find the room by pure accident. I punched down the wall. All right, well,
Okay, we don't have to be shitty immediately to Kayla. They've barely talked in the last couple minutes.
Go ahead, Kayla, it's fine.
no, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, you can get lucky and sometimes just not get hurt by this game. It's true. It happens.
Really making your partner want to stick with us for more episodes, Bruce.
It's fine, Kayla's already not going to be with us for the comics.
No, I need them.
There's this really long tube ascension section that there should have been at least 1, maybe even 2 checkpoints in the middle of. But no, there's a checkpoint at the bottom and there's a checkpoint at the very top. You go the whole way.
The checkpoints are
The
so
homing
poorly
attack
spread
misfire
out.
section.
Oh yeah, so much of that.
You know, that's like the only issue I didn't have in this stage was homing attack misfiring.
Well, like we said, lucky.
It must be. I don't think I had an issue once I got it off the boost button for, last week. I don't think I had that issue at all after the first week. So I feel lucky.
I did notice after doing this section like the 20th time, I was like, oh, there are actually a lot of paths here. So that's kind of interesting. Like it at least made it not quite as monotonous because then I'd try to do different paths. I was like, well, I might as well. So that's something. There's like this crusher thing you can activate, but if you're good and you do the QTEs, you can like get on top of it before getting to the bottom. That's kind of interesting. And there's like certain homing attack chains you could do and stuff. Like if I wasn't in pain, there is interesting level design here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole game for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
Let's see.
boy.
There anything else? You have to fight 2 titans at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so.
That wasn't that bad.
Okay, but so
Yeah.
you first fight 1 titan, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a pain every time I do this, and then the game immediately says, here's 2 more.
Yeah, really, you fight 3 at the end.
Actually,
I
the
would actually prefer 3 because the 2 actually damaged each other a lot.
Oh, interesting.
did they?
Oh, I don't think
For
that-
me, yeah,
maybe
like
they
their
did.
shockwaves. Certainly, they damaged the enemies around them. I think they even
Yeah.
damaged each other.
Okay, yeah, I just kept getting bombarded when they were jumping, so like I
Oh, yeah, it
would
was
get
terrible.
spawned, and then a second wave would
yeah,
hit
that was
me and like
terrible. That
push
was
me into the
terrible.
wall. I finally got it though, and yeah, I was just like, oh, thank God, this stage is over.
Yeah.
When I beat this
Yeah.
stage, it gave me like 10 trillion experience points. I'm like, thanks for nothing. This is useless
no,
to me
yeah.
now.
No,
Yeah.
No, it's useful
you-
for one more boss.
it's useful for
I mean, I
one
guess you're
more
right.
thing.
I didn't
that
think about that,
We
but
probably haven't been leveling up at all, and I kind of wish I had been leveling up in the game.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
So, with mods and experience, yeah, Eggman Land took me only in huge scare quotes 24 minutes. Lauren 52, Kayla an hour and
36
11,
something.
Bruce
that is
36.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
hour
that
11
hour-
is.
Hour and
Wow.
11's killing me. And now I'm
let's-
like, I have to go back and get a better
Do
timing.
not do that
And let's
to
remember,
yourself.
it did actually take you guys longer than that because the game doesn't count deaths toward your final time.
This is true. I was probably in it for
Oh wow,
like
that's
45 plus.
that's
minutes.
insane. Actually, wait,
Yeah.
if it doesn't count deaths, really, that's bizarre. So
That-
just
yeah.
regular
Sure.
deathless run is that long? Oh my gosh, that makes it way worse. I did
Yeah,
not know
that's
that.
what it had been if it had been deathless. Yeah, because Kayla, when you die, it resets your timer back to your last checkpoint.
They sure did make that level.
Yeah, I
I
literally
just
just set a
feels
whole
almost
day
big.
aside to play Sonic Unleashed to
Same,
get this done. So
yeah,
I don't really,
same.
the time just bleeds away. So I didn't really know real time, but I did not realize that that's not real time.
But we did end right in front of the last Gaia temple, so that is what we were doing. Sonic and Chip restore the last emerald, and the continent starts moving back into place. But gasp, something goes wrong. Uh, for for basically no reason at all. I'm still not really sure what happens here. We cut to Tails flying in the tornado, and he's attacked by a blast of something. I mean, I assume it's Dark Gaia related, but they don't show what or why.
Yeah, it could have just been an Eggman, like, artillery cannon.
And
What
it
I
has
thought it
very
was.
It
little
was
relevance.
fated to happen.
Yeah, apparently we just need to work a plane crash into every game it's in.
Yeah,
Honestly, this brought a smile to my face after that miserable stage.
Bad levels are one thing, but at least I can revel in Tails' suffering.
No, it's
You
just
know.
the fact that it's a running gag.
No, I know.
Yeah, running gags are funny.
Actually, I think it's probably that it's Eggman, because Eggman shows up after this, after being conspicuously absent from most of the game up until this point. Like, he's just...
Yeah, we've only had, like, what, 3 cutscenes with Eggman?
It was really weird, because he was all over the beginning of it, and then in the middle portion, he just had the robots do everything, and then, like, the egg
He was
cauldron
busy-
basically doesn't even feel like it counts.
He was busy designing things.
I guess.
He was busy building Eggman Land.
I guess.
You know what, actually, yeah.
Anyway, his new robot, the Ultra Hyper Prototype 1, just call it the Egg Dragoon, that's what it is.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. I wish that the little introduction card said Ultra Hyper Prototype 1.
Yeah.
I want every other Eggman robot to be named like this now, also.
It's a great naming scheme.
I also don't know why it's Prototype 1, because if you take a look at it, it's based off the mech body he uses in the opening CG, which is a neat bit of bookending.
Well, it's a prototype of flyer version?
I think it's the prototype of the version integrated with Gaia Energy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, the Egg Dragoon, the final bit of Werehog gameplay in the game, it's okay. It's nothing.
That's
crazy.
fine.
This was actually extremely simple. Like, I was
Yeah, it really
shocked.
wasn't-
I was like,
it was
why
really
this
not that
boss?
hard.
There's no tricks. Like, I
The
just
boss-
punch it.
It feels a little anachronistic compared to the stage we just played.
Very true.
Yeah, it's...
Kayla, you're being quiet.
Egg Dragoon?
Yeah.
It was okay.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you had trouble with it.
I was having troubles because the QTEs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
of course.
right. Right.
Yeah.
QT.
Outside of that, I was doing fine. It's just, yeah, those Q. My problem is that at least with the Wii version, I could guess what the pattern for the QTEs in there was going to be, because after a while I noticed it was like the same ones over and over and over again at certain parts of stages. So it's just like, oh yeah, I got this. So I was trying to do the same thing with this game, forgetting that it is randomly generated each and every single time. So every single time I messed up a QTE, had to start all over, I'd be like, all right, it's going to be B, Y, and then X. It'll go B, Y, and then Y again, or B, Y, right bumper, and I would be over the X button, ready to hit it, and it would get me every single time.
Mm.
I need to slow down when I'm playing a fucking Sonic game, apparently.
Well,
Well,
normally
they just
I'd
run.
agree, but the QTEs...
I'm glad that they didn't
speed
do
up.
this again. Like, even with QTEs in, like, Sonic Frontiers, it's usually just the one button. You just need to time it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
even then,
saw-
they give you a much bigger timer in Frontiers.
definitely. Yeah, I somehow got all the QTEs here, but there were QTEs later that I suffered with immensely, so it all balanced out, I suppose.
I think
Yeah,
my first
I
time
don't
playing
know.
The Egg Dragoon, I got like a B rank though, so thumbs
I mean, I
up.
don't remember what rank I got. I don't really care, though.
It is a cinematic fight. You know, he has a lot of attacks. He has a rocket drill, a minigun, electric swipe. He can summon egg fighters for some reason. You could basically just ignore them.
Yeah.
You can use them to throw them at Eggman, actually.
Oh, actually, that's a good
It's
spot of
kind of
bonus damage,
insulting.
probably.
Yeah,
It's
you
also
can grab
mildly
them and just
insulting.
yeah, it's funny.
He has an ice bomb as well.
Yeah.
The ice bomb, that got me a couple times.
It has a bigger
not a big
radius
deal,
than it
though.
looks like.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because sometimes it would hit me, and I'm like, I feel like it shouldn't have hit me, and sometimes it didn't hit me, and I'm like, I feel like it should have hit me.
Yeah. You know,
There
you
are
got...
certain angles where it's just like hard to tell if you're gonna get hit or not.
Yeah.
I do like that with the QTEs. One of them is Sonic jumping out of the way of the drill, hitting Eggman and hitting the mech in its like stomach.
Yeah, I do
And it
like the
happens
animation
twice.
on all this stuff.
Well, I
If
like
you
that
just-
happens twice. That Eggman just does that twice
Yeah.
because he's apparently an idiot.
Yeah, because they reuse the animation, which is kind of
Right.
disappointing.
It should have been a second. It's like, why would Eggman do that again?
Yeah, it's like that should have been your halfway point cutscene, because then he
Yeah.
destroys the platform, and you have that falling sequence, which is boring, but it's something. I do
Trivial.
like that you spend the first part of this fight falling down a huge shaft, but then you end it in the hollowed out core of the planet.
Is Sonic's Earth?
Oh, is
hollow?
that what that is? Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ceiling above you is the continent as it's trying to come back in.
Huh.
So this fight ends by making you mash the Y button like 20 fucking times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that because there's another instance similar to that much later
it
that's
is,
worse.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
That one wasn't so bad.
Well, we're not there yet anyway.
I know we're not there yet, but I'm just.
It's
The Egg
weird though
Dragoon one
because
is a little tighter.
when you do that, Sonic, he rips Eggman's cockpit out of the thing and he flings it, throws Eggman off into the void, and he blinks out Team Rocket style.
Mhm.
And then in the next
then
cutscene, he's
he's
just
there
back.
Yeah, the glass like broke on this Eggmobile, but then in the next scene it's just fixed.
Guys,
Self-healing glass.
you're not communicating with your CG teams.
Uh-oh.
Which is to say that, yes, after this boss is a CG cutscene. And you know what that means. It means that we have some big spectacle we want to show off. Namely, that Dark Gaia is awake, baby. Still doesn't have all its power, though.
That guy is like kind of weird looking.
Yeah, it's kind of a... What is this thing? It got...
I
like
don't
the
know.
head looks kind of like a lizard, but it's on top of this
Worm.
big... like a hammerhead shark, almost.
It's a fucking... no, I was gonna say sandworm, but it isn't really a sandworm.
It's got a serpentine body and, like, glowy blue and magenta hair?
Actually, it reminds me of some of the weird creatures I've seen from Subnautica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I'm not sure about the design. It's odd.
I'm not a fan of it. It's
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Well, it still doesn't have all its power, so it steals the last of it by draining... It sucks the werehog out of Sonic.
I think this is part of why Kayla was positing the idea that Sonic had a bit of Dark Gaia in him.
Well, I mean, that's canon. That's what it comes from, but...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's canon.
Okay,
That's
that
what
is-
his werehog for. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so that makes its
So-
giant 3 eyeballs open with
Yeah, it
teeth
opened its
around
third,
them, I
fourth,
guess.
and fifth eye. Yeah.
No, the
uh,
extra eyes come later. But
Do they? I don't
yeah.
know, man.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought maybe I'm just getting my cutscenes mixed up because
you're getting phase 1 and 2 mixed up. Anyway,
whatever.
the point is, this thing is gargantuan. This is
Yeah,
maybe the biggest monster in the series.
I mean, before
Yeah,
this, it would have
Sonic
been
was
Perfect
that.
Chaos,
I think.
and
Well,
and
wait,
this thing
was-
dwarfs Perfect Chaos.
I'm not sure how.
Oh,
Big.
what about Solaris?
Yeah, Solaris. How big Solaris was?
Solaris
pretty
is
big.
definitely smaller than this. Now, Iblis 3, when Silver fights him,
Oh
is
yeah,
bigger
it was-
than that, but I don't think it's anywhere close to this big. I'm not even
Well,
sure
'cause
it's bigger
this
than Perfect
is-
Chaos.
This is like large kaiju scale,
Yeah,
like large kaiju scale.
So it's big is the point, and Sonic's not.
Yeah.
Sonic's not gonna be able to do this alone. Clearly, what we need is a Megazord.
Damn it! I wanted to make the Megazord joke.
Ha! Ha! I beat
Fuck
you to your
you.
Power Ranger shit.
Fuck
Oh
you.
yeah, we alluded to it earlier. Also, before we forget, that Eggman is like, all right, like, or Dark Gaia. Now I'll use you to do my bidding, and it's like, no,
Yeah, it just swats him away.
Of
Yeah,
course.
slaps him out of there.
it's so
What the fuck
stupid.
else is new? Eggman overestimates some fucking something, and he takes.
It's
he
like
takes
he
the
didn't
shit.
have any plan to control it. He just thought it would
I
listen
mean,
to him
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
naturally.
In
For the
Sonic
most part,
Lost
that was
World, he had the
basically-
magic conch shell at least.
Well, and
Doesn't
for the
have
most
anything
part,
like
that was
that in this
basically the
game.
same thing he did with Perfect Chaos, and that backfired on him also.
He's
Yeah,
he
but
didn't
with
intend to create.
Think of as the SpongeBob.
No, well, but he wanted to
Yes.
control chaos in general. Not
Yeah, he was
specifically
gonna
Perfect.
create perfect chaos in a more controlled manner, I imagine.
Right. Yeah, so,
it
but
just
he-
that happened,
he
and then
had-
he was like,
he had no
Yeah.
method of controlling chaos in general, though. He was just assuming chaos would work with him until he
Chaos
fully powered
did
him
do
up.
some of the things that he wanted in Adventure.
He
though.
did.
"That's
yeah.
true, actually." So
Well,
it's a little
that's
more understandable.
That's because chaos is clearly more intelligent. I'm going to be honest. Dark Eye just seems like a monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty boring.
Anywho, yes, Chip fulfills the prophecy of the Chip. Sorry, I misspeak. Chip fulfills the prophecy of the Gaia civilization and gathers all 7 Gaia temples from across the world to form a giant ancient robot.
The Chaos Emeralds are also here, so like Sonic should do a certain thing as well.
No, we gotta
He's
wait for
tired.
phase 1 to finish first.
I know. It's so stupid.
I don't want to.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like I'm the only one who probably didn't struggle with phase 1, but okay.
Well.
Oh boy.
Oh
Because
boy, indeed.
yes,
Yeah.
Chip says he'll still need Sonic's help, and now we have a fighting chance. And yeah, ready for the worst final boss ever, kids?
Dude,
Oh, it's still wasn't
Seriously.
good, yeah.
I knew about this part coming up because it does exist in the Wii version.
But it's different,
But
obviously.
also entirely different in the Wii version.
It exists, but it's basically a different fight.
Yeah, you have
it's a little bit
three-ish
different fight.
phases. You start out
6
with
phases, really, because each phase has 2 halves.
yeah, I suppose. But you start out with
God, yeah.
Chip's Gaia Colossus, flying toward him really slowly and trying to dodge his
Really
projectiles.
slowly. Really
really
slowly. You
slowly.
cannot
Painfully
stand up.
slow.
Really
Wait a second.
slowly.
I'm confused then because it was fucking lightning fast for me.
Yeah, there's a mod that
No.
makes him way faster, included with
I
some
thought
of the ones.
Oh, that's why you had an
thought
easy
so.
time, because you just cheated your way past. Gotcha.
I used the mods that Devin provided.
Listen, I forgot that I had that installed. I don't think I told you to install anything that makes it fast. I don't know if that's in the
No,
configuration options or
I
what.
think it wasn't. Maybe it was. I don't know. I just did what you had. You did your configuration, and it was fine.
I
that part was
apparently didn't.
mostly fine.
Yeah,
'Cause it
but
was
I know
really
what
slow.
it is like. So yeah.
Oh no, I watched Kayla stream it.
Yeah, accidental ease. Yeah, he's so sluggish and turning and quote unquote blocking. Not that it removes damage. It feels awful. So I definitely am not giving the
I can
game credit
imagine,
for that
yeah.
over that.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine it's terrible. Watching Kayla, I could tell how bad it was.
Yeah, this fight, I think, took me about as long as Eggman Land, like, legitimately. It was so bad. I had a lot of trouble with this. It doesn't really explain very well what you're supposed to do either.
Oh, that's very
It took
true.
me a while to learn what you're even supposed to do in this fight. It's
very
like
true.
block, attack, boost. Great. I don't know what those mean, really.
Yeah,
like
I guess
the
just
the
main
game
thing you
just
do is
wants
get
you
out the
to-
fucking way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
assume the game is just like, yeah, I want you to just experiment, have fun.
He
That
has
guard does
different
jack
attacks, and
shit.
maybe those respond to different, like, one you block, one you punch. I don't know.
Hmm.
The punch is so slow, and the guarding doesn't really do a whole lot.
I
Yeah,
mean, it does reduce damage, but I don't think it does it by all that much.
I
It
almost,
does-
if I recall correctly, when I've done this thing legitimately, I almost only just dodge.
That makes sense.
You can do that for the first 2 light Gaia phases. You absolutely cannot do that for the 3rd one, though.
Okay.
The 3rd light Gaia phase was the longest phase of this whole fight for me. It was terrible. I had to absolutely learn the timing to break the boulders. I had the pattern memorized by the end. It was ridiculous. Because the timing that was really the worst part of the whole fight, was just how to hit the boulders, because the timing is different depending on how close you are to the boss, and because the
yeah.
boss sometimes just like throws it differently, because suffer, I guess. It has like a slightly different animation where it has like a longer wind up sometimes, and they like come slower, and sometimes it throws it faster. But like the timing is very strict, and there's a really long wind up when you're gonna punch as well. So it's like you have to hit it earlier than you'd think. It's the worst when you're right up to the boss. I kept almost getting to the boss, and then I didn't. Because it would just like punch me right in the face, basically, with these boulders. Because the time you have to really preemptively punch when you're like really close to it. Because it's deceptive. You're so close and yet so far, because you move at a snail's pace, of course.
And then, of course, when you get there, hey, do some QTEs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was
One of
the
the QTs.
problem. Yeah. So when I finally got through that 3rd light Gaia phase, that was the worst one of the light Gaia phases. then like I psyched myself out too much and screwed up the QTE twice, so I ended up having to succeed 3 times. Yeah, that was not fun. The blocking isn't so bad. You basically, yeah, you want to dodge a laser, but if you hold the block, then you'll take less damage because you can't just fully dodge a laser as far as I can tell. It moves too quickly because it like aims for where you are and you're too slow to dodge it. So you have to hold the guard. So the guard is just to make sure you don't take too much damage. Although if you're on low health, die, I guess. It's really stupid.
Kinda, yeah.
So yeah, that's the light Gaia half of this.
So that's interesting that you call that the worst part, because the worst part for me was the Sonic part.
It was definitely very, very bad. Not as bad, but very, very bad. I agree.
Wait, so Devin, you mean all 3 of the Sonic parts, or just like one of them?
I mean, 2 and 3 mostly, but you know, it's
I don't
remember if
one
it was last week or some of the
3
week
for me
where
as well. Yeah.
I said something along the lines of,
terrible.
you know, maybe bosses in Sonic make more sense being level design than strict boss fight. And this is like this is the monkey's paw version of my idea.
Yep.
Kind
the
of,
worst
yeah.
execution of that, where Sonic has to run along the Gaia temples and get to Dark Gaia, and it's like, okay, well, you know, you're doing Sonic level portions. That could be a fun idea. No, because they're bullshit. Because they're just... It's like the Gaia Colossus for me was stupid and annoying, but these things are like blatantly unfair the way they throw projectiles at you, and are constructed entirely of do or die platforming that feels like it wasn't tested.
The platforming, so the projectile problem, I'll agree with on the third part. The first 2 I found really easy.
Well, and on top of all this, you're on a really strict timer that'll automatically kill you.
Yeah, so fun fact, I didn't actually notice the timer on when I was playing it. I didn't see the timer going down until I watched Kayla stream it.
Wait a minute. So, there's like a visual timer? I didn't realize it told you. I thought
where your stage time would normally be on the top left corner, I think. Yeah,
I didn't notice that at all. I always timed based on Chip's voice lines.
Yeah, I was using Chip's voice lines and when I would die. Yeah, no, I didn't. I think I was just so focused on the stage, I didn't even look around. So I didn't see it until I saw Kayla's stream, which was very much in my mind like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I knew about the timer because one of the people that was co-hosting with me had told me about it, and that's what I ended up focusing on rather than actually trying to focus on the level.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that explains a lot. Yeah, that's why we kept saying lock the fuck in.
I was trying.
The third Sonic section for me is the worst because, A, the tilted slope platforms that you have to run across.
Yes.
Terrible.
I kept getting bombarded with like enemies coming down.
I think I just got really lucky on my last one. I was able to just boost through them.
Right before that is a Dark Gaia tentacle that is on a curve. So they expect you to slide under it. But this is the only game in the series that does this, where the slide button, if you use it while already turning, is also a drift button.
Oh, I never had any issues with that.
I didn't have an issue with that. Okay. I just a couple times just ran into it.
And even though drifting makes Sonic crouch, it doesn't make him crouch under things.
Christ.
I didn't understand why I just couldn't I guess slide under them sometimes. And I guess that was the reason.
It's because you were trying to turn and it was making Sonic drift instead. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
These tentacles were just bad in general.
So this game has 2 instances of putting the same move on this, or 2 moves on the same button.
Yeah, and I have never seen anybody who drifts with B. I have never met anybody.
I didn't even know you could until you just said that.
Yeah.
I've always used the triggers.
Well, because that's how you drift in every other game with drifting ever made.
Wait, yeah, none of the other games have it on B as well, I assume, right?
No, Generations runs on the same engine, but it doesn't do that.
Right, yeah. And Colors, like the one stage where you use drifting, I think was on the triggers also.
Colors actually puts it on the boost button, but it makes it
it's
so
on the
you
boost.
can't
Oh, that's right. It is
on
the boost button. That's right.
Generations and Colors, I don't think are going to provide anywhere near the amount of pain this game does, even though they're still.
I don't think so. Anyway.
Yeah. So, that's You know, and so you flip between the Dark Gaia and Sonic sections, each one getting progressively harder, and none of them are good.
No.
Yep,
No, not
agreed.
really.
I
Also,
this part, both in this and the Wii version.
Well, in the Wii version, you play fucking Punch Out for the like Gaia
Yeah,
sections.
and at least that whole thing. I mean,
Ugh.
I was gonna say maybe I should
Ugh.
just save that for when we're covering the Wii
yeah,
version.
save it for when we
but-
Yeah,
cover it.
save
That
it.
sounds
Yeah, you're right,
ridiculous.
you're
Just
right.
Yeah,
hearing Punch Out though just disgusts me because that sounds
it's
terrible.
better than this.
Okay,
this
to be
game's
fair, I
version,
didn't
I
have
will say
trouble with
that.
the QTE with any of the Golem sections. To be fair,
Well,
it was the
Okay.
Sonic section that was my problem.
good for you.
Well,
Yeah, like these QTEs shouldn't have been bad, but I was just like so psyched out at this point. Like I just kept screwing them up
The
for
game
no
had
good
gotten
reason.
in your head.
Yeah, basically. It's like, okay, I have to do this or I have to do it again, and then I'd mess up immediately after thinking that, basically. I'd like to mention that they decided this boss had to have essentially 6 phases, but they couldn't bother to record different voice lines for each phase. They just
Chip says
reused
the
the
exact
same
same
ones.
things. Chip, I think Sonic might also say most of the same stuff as well. I don't
They
remember.
have a few different lines, but a lot of them are just exactly the same line.
Chip has literally the same voice lines.
And just remember, all this that we're going through, you could be doing it with limited lives.
Well, Kayla
Oh my
was.
gosh. I was like slightly worried. I didn't even lose half of them, but I was slightly worried because the live mod doesn't actually give you infinite. It just
Yeah,
gives you
it doesn't.
99 every time you enter a stage.
Yeah, it
So I was
reloads
like-
every time you get to a loading screen.
Oh, after I lost
same.
like 30, I'm like, am I actually gonna like truly
Same.
game over?
I lost like 30, maybe 35 lives on Eggman Land.
Well, and that was the
Wow.
other
I
thing,
was
is that we didn't
like,
even talk about it
mm.
for Eggman Land. Imagine being the person who gets to their last life on, like, the 2 Titans.
Oh,
That would be
God.
I don't
so
think
bad.
that happened to me. I think I got through Eggman Land, but it definitely ate up a lot of my
You
life.
had when I came to your
And you
stream,
know it
you had
happened to
2
somebody.
lives.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I might have to go back, but I know at some point I had like 30 or 35 lives in this game.
Oh yeah, no, it's not hard to just build up lives.
No, getting
Yeah.
lives in this game isn't the problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I
No,
will say
But like it speaks volumes when I go from like having 30 or 35
2.
to 2.
Yeah.
2.
So I have to
like-
give a backhanded compliment here, actually, to the game when we're talking about lives, because I noticed this during certain really terrible sections. There's like
give you a
an
life.
extra life right
Yeah,
before
the
it.
third Sonic
like,
section has one.
huh.
I watched Kayla collect that life so many times.
Oh yeah, if
interesting.
it
They
wasn't for
thought that
that,
was
I probably would
necessary,
have
huh?
gamed over that boss so many
Yeah.
times.
And yet it
I-
still took them
honestly,
almost a decade after this game to just remove lives entirely.
I don't know why. Well, to be fair, Nintendo as well. Nintendo stuck with lives in Mario games until Odyssey.
I
And
guess
then they
'cause
put
it
them
adds an
back
extra.
in Wonder.
adds
And that's
an
why
extra-
Wonder's a mid-game.
Ooh, spicy,
never played it.
spicy take,
I-
man.
I never played Wonder, so I
I
actually
finally
don't
get
give
to
a
use
shit.
the hashtag controversial Bruce thoughts image again.
You know what? Please do.
All right. We need to continue with this game. So,
Yeah, this isn't a Mario.
yeah, Sonic.
podcast.
I
Sonic
can't believe it. It's not over. There's actually more.
There's
Sonic
more.
punches Dark Gaia in the eyeball.
That
a
is
few
kind of
times.
funny.
So we've beat up Dark Gaia a little bit, and so Dark Gaia does something. It's really, I don't really know what exactly is going on here. He spreads purple smoke out of the continent hole and around the world. Why?
It makes everyone stinky.
I think he's absorbing life force or something.
He's destroying the world.
Maybe they in Spagonia they're like, oh, we've been cast into eternal night. What does that mean? And
Maybe he
Actually,
works off
Shamar.
despair instead. I don't know. The lore is bizarre.
Dark
Pickleman
Gaia-
says Dark Gaia has regained its full power, but it's like, how? We beat him up and he didn't take power from anybody else. I guess that's what it is, maybe.
He
Because
took.
we needed a true final boss.
He took
Yeah, it
We-
just got to its next phase. That's just
we
how it
needed
works.
a reason for Super Sonic to be in this game.
Let Kayla speak.
Yeah, Kayla, go on. Go off.
He took the bit from Werehog Sonic, so that's when he, I guess, kind of regained his full power. But I
But
don't
that
know
was
what.
before this.
He
That was
already
before-
had
I
it.
know. I don't know what activates it for this cutscene.
Oh,
Maybe
so it's
he's
like
just
he
pow-
had it
he's
in
just
there, but he
powering up.
hadn't. It
He's
was like
powering up.
the medicine takes a little bit to kick in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
the
When the vitamin
painkiller
gummies
took a little
finally
bit.
kick.
Yeah, the
THC
Tylenol took
gummies.
too long.
The NyQuil finally took in.
Werehog shaped THC gummy. All right.
Wario acid exists. Why not Werehog THC gummy?
Anyway,
would try it.
he powers up is the point. He opens up even more gross eyeballs, and some extra hands burst out of his carapace, complete with
Ugh.
green blood shooting everywhere for some reason.
This was like the most disgusting Sonic cutscene I've ever
yeah,
seen.
I wanna meet the guy who directed this cutscene and just ask him why.
Why did you design it like
I think
that?
I'm just like numb to this kind of stuff. When I was a kid, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Well,
Hey, yeah, but you're
it's a
also a
Sonic
Okay,
child.
I just didn't expect it in this context. Is the
Yeah, I
thing.
would never expect that from a Sonic
not
game
that long
isn't-
ago, Lauren and I watched Alien 4, and that movie's fucking gross.
Oh
You know what?
yes.
I think I had the benefit of this being like, I guess technically my third Sonic game, because beforehand I played Secret Rings and Black Knight, and then I played Unleashed. So I didn't really know, like,
Black Knight. It's funny.
That made them want to play more.
yeah, it made me want to play more Sonic games.
I'm sorry.
Incredible.
I can't be like attacking your opinion.
No,
no,
you got a
that's a
very valid point there.
that's a
It's like
really good
you
joke.
survived playing Secret Rings and Black Knight and wanted to keep playing Sonic games.
Well, Black
you came
Knight's
to
easy,
this. You came
Black
to this instead.
What, to
but-
Unleashed?
Anyway,
I guess not this version of Unleashed.
anyway, yes, you're
No, I
used
played
to
the
it,
Wii
so-
version.
Played
yes,
the beta
I-
version.
I didn't really know what was typically in Sonic games. I just
Also,
assumed they
how
all
old
were
were
like
you?
darker and grittier. I don't fucking know.
And all very different, apparently.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
Anyway.
Yeah, when I
varying
first
degrees of
played
difference.
Unleashed, oh boy, my brain, like, I became that galaxy brain image that I put in the chat.
Anyway, so Dark Guy has powered up, so I guess we have to power up too now. And yes, we just left all those emeralds in the temples instead of taking them with us, I suppose. Because they all shoot out and turn Sonic Super now. Probably would have made more sense to do that before.
I
Do that
think
initially. Yeah.
we
Yeah,
just
before it can power up. Actually, no. He had to wait for it to power up so he could have a worthy opponent.
Oh yeah, it's like a Power Rangers or Kamen Rider.
Let me
fight.
give Cell the Senzu Bean, yeah.
Oh god, it is just Stealth Sensu Bean.
And it's not like it makes the guy a Colossus any weaker, which means they were just sitting there.
Yep.
But after all that, here we are, the true final boss, now called Perfect Dark Gaia, because we needed more Sonic Adventure parallels, I guess.
yeah.
Man, I was so excited about this boss.
Why?
Notice I said was.
I guess, yeah.
This boss is
Because
really
it's
weird.
Supersonic. Like,
It's
Yeah, but
supersonic with a
supersonic
health
fights
bar
are never
and no
particularly
ring ticker,
good.
which maybe you could say is good, maybe not, I don't know.
Eh,
But it's really weird because it starts you at low health, so you have to gather rings to get to full health at the start.
which
yeah.
is
This
easy enough.
that's
okay.
fine, yeah.
It's easy, but it's rude because you have to do it every time. I'm like, just restart me at the part of the battle that's actually a problem.
That's
Don't waste my
fair.
time.
That's
It's
fair.
weird because you only have to fly toward it once unless you die. And it's like,
So you're
shouldn't you
saying that
be
like
able-
the three like
like I
you're saying
guess
like
I
the
guess
three of
they
us
expect you to
didn't die.
dodge stuff, but it's not that hard to dodge stuff.
I didn't die that much. There was someone else who did, though.
I mean,
Oh,
I
I get
died a
what
few
you're
I'm
saying.
times.
skipping
also.
ahead, but sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah.
Oh,
So- Yeah, just well, and it's weird that you have Supersonic with a health bar. Just commit to one idea or the other. Either give you the traditional ring ticker, which would not be good for this fight, but whatever.
no, I'd rather have the health bar. But
or just
make
give
the
me a
health bar
full health bar
consistent.
from the word go.
I mean,
I-
if this boss like threw out rings like candy, like every other boss in the game, honestly, it probably would be fine.
Well,
Actually,
yeah, because once you
but-
get past this point, you can't get any more rings. So guess what, fucker?
I'm just saying, if like the shield there was rings all over it, and they like
Sure,
spawned
sure,
in,
yeah. Well,
like
yeah,
they do
that's what I
something
mean.
like
That's what I
that.
was expecting.
They don't give you any more rings, so
Yeah, they designed it strangely.
Hopefully, you filled up your bar, fucko.
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally I would mess it up, and I'd be like not quite full, and I'd be like triggered, and like, well, it's no point retrying those few seconds anyway. It won't make a big difference because, like I said, my health wasn't really the biggest problem.
No,
yes,
it's
because
really
you still have a ticking timer in this, but
Yeah,
it's not
it's called
Sonic's
chips.
health; it's Chips.
Yeah, it's chips.
Oh my
health.
gosh, Chip, stop dying! You're so bad. You're useless.
I don't know exactly how it works. If there's a way you can avoid making Chip take damage.
I don't think
It
there
seems
is.
like
He's gonna
every
take
time.
damage. Him taking damage is your timer.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I was just. It's okay. So we should explain how this boss is supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
because Dark Gaia has this big stupid shield around it.
Yeah.
Coward, face me. But Chip can get through because he's cool. Like, okay, so here's an idea. What if Sonic like went inside one of those temples and then Chip went through the barrier? Like,
Sonic can just handle Dark Gaia inside of the shield.
yeah. But no, they didn't think about that apparently.
No,
So Chip just goes in and then Chip
Yeah.
plays Punch Out for a while, I guess.
I guess at least we don't have to do the QTEs there.
Yeah, well,
He's failing the QTEs without the player.
Ah, there you go.
Understandable. Yeah, his health seems to go
Understandable,
down
yeah.
really fast.
If you aren't fast enough, yeah, it's like kind of a
so
problem.
But
The
what you
main-
have to do, yeah, is attack these little tentacle
The
snake
heads.
things
Yeah, the
all
serpent heads.
spread about. What I was saying is it seems like every time you down one, it like slightly delays. 'Cause it seemed like if
Maybe?
Chip was on low health and like
And
I'm
you
like,
take
okay,
out
he's gonna
one,
die
yeah.
any minute now. But if I got a combo and downed a few of those in a row, he didn't die as soon as I thought he did. So it feels like if you're doing good, it extends the time a little bit.
I think that might be true also because I'm pretty sure when I finished my successful run, he was on very low health when I brought down the shield.
Yeah, and for me, he was at about half health because I probably went faster than Bruce. So
Maybe. It took me a while to figure out exactly what the best strat for this fight is also. I'm curious. Did you guys loop around the shield or did you go individually and hit them hit the serpents?
I just kind of went as they got in front of me because it is weird because they
That's-
kind of duck in and out, so you don't
They
know exactly
do.
where they're gonna emerge.
I think
Yeah.
they emerge around the same area most of the time.
Oh no, they'll go to the same spot. It's just the timing
So-
I could not get down.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, what I found was if you loop around and hit them as you loop around, you'll run out of time no matter what. What-
Yes,
What I had to
exactly.
do was go one by one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's why I ended up doing was
Oh,
going.
I
by
see.
that's
You were
what I
hitting them
told
like
you to
one at a
do.
Yeah, no. You should absolutely focus each individually.
Yes, I didn't realize that until I think I watched someone on YouTube do it, and that's
Yeah,
what they were
'cause
doing. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
That would be why you would run out of time and Chip would die,
Yep.
because they're all still alive.
Yep.
Yeah, the problem is that whenever you hit, at least it seems like it, whenever you hit one of the tentacles, then it gets scared and then goes away if you don't hit it again fast
Yeah,
enough.
if you combo them,
You
they go
gotta-
down
yeah,
really
you
easy.
gotta
Yeah,
do
you
a-
have to combo them, but if you miss, then it'll just run away, and then you have to go to a different one. Is the problem?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
gotta
happened to me
paraloop
on
them, sort of.
Yeah,
'cause-
basically.
Oh my
'cause this
gosh, it
thing-
was like Knights. You're right.
It controls like Knights for some reason,
It
except for the
does.
dog shit camera that is
never
really
thought
bad at
about
letting you
that.
actually see what you're
Uh,
attacking.
It's funny also. Supersonic is this like super powerful form. His most effective form of attack is headbutting.
Yeah.
That's
That's
consistent,
pretty consistent,
actually.
though.
Oh no, that is consistent. I just think that's funny that that's become consistent, at least until Frontiers, where he actually like throws punches and kicks, sort
Yeah.
of.
But yeah, getting the rhythm down for paralooping these, I guess, it's very tricky.
They are
I eventually
paralooping.
got
Oh my
it,
God.
and that was required.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
to beat this
think
fight,
I would
but-
say on the whole, Phase 2 is not as bad as Phase 1. That doesn't mean it's good, but
No,
it's like,
once you figure
Oh,
out phase
yeah,
two,
no.
and also I want to also point out the music is really good.
yes,
oh well, yeah,
actually.
I mean, endless
It's
possibility.
The symphonic version of Endless Possibility, combined with the Phantom Rider skin getting an actual super form instead of it just being supersonic, looked really cool, and it felt like a Kamen Rider final boss.
Well,
I just
God.
that was
Uh,
sick as hell.
I just want to mention yes, this is an orchestral dramatic remix of Endless Possibility,
Yeah.
and that's good. We haven't heard Endless Possibility in the game up to
No,
this point.
we haven't actually heard Endless Possibility
And
yet.
unlike
Oh.
Sonic 06, because in Sonic 06, it's like you still had some use of his world in the title screen and leitmotifs, but this game has a separate orchestral piece for those things.
I know, and it's like it's a shame because Endless Possibility is a banger, and we'll talk about it more when we actually hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good theme. It's
is, yeah.
funny actually. Yeah, the fact that we hadn't heard it, when I heard it here, I started tripping out, and I'm like, what? This is the theme for Sonic Unleashed? I've heard this theme before. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was Sonic Unleashed's theme.
I'd heard it before as well. I didn't know it was Unleashed until the Sonic Symphony couple of years. I don't remember how long ago that was.
I think that was
But,
like
yeah.
2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. So that was yeah.
There is a lot of Sonic music that I had heard in fan projects or YouTube videos or fucking scratch.mit.edu project that I didn't
Ooh,
know where it was from until I
Scratch.
played the games themselves.
That's yeah.
I think we've said everything we need to say about the gameplay. It's annoying, but
Yeah.
doable.
There's one more thing, because after you down the shield, it's an
Oh, yeah.
extended QTE sequence. And
Mhm.
Oh,
this
yes.
And they
this
get
is the
faster
part
and faster.
where it slaps you with the no less than 60 A button mash.
Oh, it was
prompt.
60 X's for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
60
Yeah.
something.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
sorry, whatever button. Yeah, that's
the best part is if you're on an Xbox controller, you can accidentally slip your finger off the button and hit the wrong button, and it fails you. So did
If you
I.
press the wrong button, it fails it?
Damn
That's
straight it
evil.
does.
I went to like adjust how I held the controller so I could just like with one finger just mash that button as hard
Yeah,
as
that's
I
what I was
could.
trying to do. And
Because
I
it's
accidentally
easier
hit
than trying to
A.
do it with my thumb, and I accidentally slipped and hit Y.
Yeah, I accidentally slipped and hit A.
But
And
the
game-
first part of that before you get to the button mashing actually isn't that bad. It doesn't
No,
go
even
by
though
super
it's
fast.
true.
At least for
it
me, I
speeds
was
up,
like,
but
oh, it's
not
fine.
that bad. Yeah, it
Yeah.
speeds up, but it's really not that hard.
the thing is, yeah, it lures you into a false sense of security because yeah, actually the prompts aren't that bad, and then it just hits you with by surprise. And I did get it on the first go somehow, but it was like a photo finish. I was panicking.
Oh yeah,
I was
think
like,
when
no.
I got it on the second go, I'm pretty sure it was down to the fucking wire. I think I had like a sliver of the time bar left when I hit 0.
It's very strict.
Oh, I don't
That
remember
was a
how
good
much of the
time
time
to
bar I
mention.
I
had,
think
but I
you were also
definitely
close. I think
Was
you
I?
were also close, Kate. I think you were farther out than I was, but you were still fairly close.
Now's a good time to mention, we're not going to get there for a while, but one really nice thing they did as a quality of life thing in Sonic Frontiers is that for the couple of button mash
yeah.
sequences in that game, you can just spin the analog stick and it counts.
Yes. Yep. I learned that during my playthrough, and that was so nice to learn.
It's a good way to do it. Yeah.
That's a way better way to do it because spinning the analog stick's easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how that's going to be for Lauren on a keyboard, but
Ooh, yeah. That'll
Um,
be interesting.
anyway. But that's the end of the boss. We win. Sonic ruptures the
Yay.
beast's eye, and it falls into the
Punches
magma.
through its eye, which is fucking gnarly.
Yeah. And Sonic falls unconscious due to I'm not sure what, because that's not how Supersonic
Eepy.
works.
Heat stroke?
He's
Maybe.
eepy.
Because Supersonic, the thing is, Supersonic re-energizes Sonic, so he shouldn't get
Yeah.
overexerted.
Yeah, so it's probably heat stroke then.
I think they just
Sounds
wanted
about
Chip
right.
to catch him.
Yeah, they wanted the guy at Colossus to grab him and Chip be like, "Oh, he's so I don't know. I kind of
So
stopped paying attention
kawaii
to
for
Chip.
some reason is what I thought you were going to say.
I stopped paying attention to what Chip was saying around
They
this
did
point.
start
so.
kind of talking to each other like they were lovers towards the end of the game. I'm like, what is
My-
I
happening?
you
think I agree
fucking
with that.
what?
But okay.
You fucking what?
You
Anyway,
don't think
anyway.
so?
No.
Video games. All right.
That is
The
what
purple
hell of a
smoke
take,
goes
Kayla.
away, and we see some people reacting to it being day again. Some of these places should definitely still be at night anyway, because they're at different time zones.
Yeah, the entire planet should not be day. If it's all day, that's a big problem.
That's actually worse than it being all night.
Potentially, yeah.
Eggman and SA-55, Proto-Orbot, that is to say, land out in some wasteland, and we get an extremely hilarious vocal noise from Mike Pollock as he angrily chases the robot for insulting him.
Yeah, well, also-
Is SA-55 a reference to anything?
It's like ASCII, it spells out sass. That's what it is.
Oh, it's that ASCII. Okay.
Oh,
Proto
Okay.
Orbot also does the football trick on Eggman, which I admire.
Oh yeah, Eggman almost kicks him, and then he jumps out of the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was that was a funny cutscene. I mean, anything with Eggman is already
For
peak.
Eggman's last scene in the game, they at least made him fun. He does a regular
Yeah.
show Muscle Man screech. Yeah. Amy and Pickle react to the victory, and then Piffle. I almost called him.
Piffle,
say,
huh?
Pickle waffles some shit about the balance of light and dark and day and night, and it's like,
Cool.
okay, is that is that the theme of this game, that you need darkness to have light? Is that some Kingdom Hearts shit? What does that mean? You know, are we doing a yin yang?
wasn't that the thing in Adventure 2?
Well,
All right. So We're
Okay.
basically at the end. So yeah, I'm just gonna say it now. This story pretends like it's something grand and interesting. This is actually extremely basic. I'm disappointed.
No, the story is really basic.
Like this isn't even interesting in how convoluted it is. It's not convoluted. Like there's nothing here. This is extremely disappointing for a Sonic Adventure, imitation style Sonic game. Like I expect more than this. Like what were they doing?
I mean, here's the
So,
thing.
the
By this point, I don't expect that much out of Sonic stories. So it's like
what this is that it's not trying to be
whatever.
Sonic Adventure. It's trying to be a road trip. They expect you to really
It's a road trip
soak
story,
in
yeah.
the culture of everywhere you're going. That's why there's all this stuff to do, is because
All
they
the
want
side
you to think
content,
that
yeah.
that's the interesting stuff that you engage with, and the levels are, part of the path to that. The problem is, I mean, this doesn't feel like it's Sonic's world a lot of the time.
It does just
Yeah.
feel like Sonic's been dropped into like Saudi Arabia or China, not into a country in his world.
Well, the thing is, they based them off of real life countries for some reason, which I don't think they should have done that.
Well,
I don't
mean,
think it's a bad idea to base them off real life countries, but they feel too much like those real life countries.
I
I
guess they're
think
too
part of it is
close
that
in.
we've seen these high-tech cyber cities in Sonic, or
Mhm.
these gigantic, colorful multi-biome islands.
When we
And
go
it's not that
to
those-
regular China,
It's not
It
that those
feels
can't
little-
canonically exist within the same world as this stuff. It's that it feels like they made a new world for it.
yeah, when
Yeah.
you somehow end up in normal ass New York City.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
theme of light and dark. Yeah, like you say, it's Sonic Adventure 2.
I can feel Kayla slowly dying inside.
Well,
as
so
we
that's
shit
the
on this
thing
game's
that would be the
story.
redeeming
No, no.
aspect, is that these places. It's not that they don't have good atmosphere, and if you are convinced by Sonic and Chip's dynamic, then it's two friends taking a road trip, and the fact that the game is long is part of the appeal of that. It's Stardust Crusaders, JoJo Part 3 has a lot of that same vibe. It is the longest part in the anime, and that makes sense because it is the longest trip anyone takes in that universe, and you get to know
Oh.
these guys, even though
Stardust
Crackillian
Crusaders
and
is-
Avdol don't have much personalities. The fact that you know them so well means that when you get to the end where people start dying is heartbreaking.
Sure. Well, I think Stardust Crusaders is an interesting comparison because
It absolutely
I
did
don't-
not need to be that long, and it doesn't convince me. Yes, that's why.
well, that's the thing. So, okay, Stardust Crusaders didn't have to be 2 seasons. It could have been more condensed. Yes. So, but my thing is, I got more of the camaraderie between the Crusaders than I ever did between Chip and Sonic.
Well, and that's down to your personal investment, is what I'm saying.
Sure. I mean,
So, my
probably
point in all
put
this is
like
not that it's
third of the amount of time.
my point is not that it's a great narrative, just that I get what they're going for, and I don't think
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's wrong for somebody who did that work on that. So when you say
Oh,
Kayla's steaming
sure.
in the background, it's like they
Oh
don't.
no, not steaming. I think Kayla. I could hear Kayla dying on the inside.
No,
Like, it sure felt like it.
no.
And
I
I'm
don't
not
think
fine.
used to it,
I
You
but
do
vibe with
have
this
one
game.
thing that, yeah, I vibe with this game. This is my childhood game.
I know it's your childhood
And-
game.
Sonic saying the line, does he really need an excuse to help a friend out? It's like, that's the reason why I like Sonic and had looked up to
Okay,
him when
yeah.
I was
Oh
a
yeah.
kid.
I like
I'm like, that's
Sonic's
the type of person
characterization.
I want to be when I get older. So
Sure.
this game
Yeah.
molded me as a person,
So
for better
I
or
get
for
that.
worse. So I'm like,
This
oh
game
no,
made
so
me
I
suffer,
can,
so I'll make sure the rest of the world won't.
so
Yeah.
I can appreciate that, and like usual, I like Sonic here. I think the problem is them trying to push Chip and Sonic. That relationship does not hit for me
Okay,
because
let me pitch something to you guys.
okay,
What if Tails had been let go?
I mean, it depends on how
Okay,
they did it,
if they handle it well,
but
oh my,
I would much
that would be way
prefer it-
better. Probably, there's
that
more
would be
potential
better.
there.
Because already I prefer that idea because there's already that established relationship there.
Uh-huh.
There's no established relationship between Sonic and Chip, and I don't think, to me, the game doesn't do well enough to establish that relationship. Maybe it's just because I didn't do all the side shit that SEGA wanted me to do because I don't have fucking time for that.
Well,
if
Well,
you
it's
had
just-
time to do
it's
that,
just
then you probably would have been
bizarre.
able to see more of
Maybe,
that.
maybe.
Well, this is,
But-
one of the
okay,
limitations of our format. So I acknowledge, I'm putting my hand up like I'm swearing on a fucking Bible. I acknowledge that the format of Deep Dive Zone does not lend itself to a game that is meant to feel like a journey.
You know what? I also, even still, in my opinion, the main story should be what sells you on the relationship between Chip and Sonic.
Well, that's the thing. When I play this
And
game
it
casually,
doesn't.
the only difference is that I do the extra acts. I don't fuck around with the townspeople because I don't care about them. So
Exactly.
it's not like it works that much better otherwise.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like the main story should be is what they're pushing here is the main story. Is Chip and Sonic's friendship, and the main story for me doesn't do that.
No, I know.
I mean, remember last time when there were like no cutscenes, or I mean, there were cutscenes, but there was nothing to them.
Yeah.
Like it's like they did plot, and then they just gave up for a while, and they did plot again
for like half the game, or like.
I'll say this.
or whatever.
One of my most prescient observations in this entire show was realizing how similar Rush Adventure and Unleashed are in terms of story structure.
That is interesting.
You're so
how similar
right.
They are.
I have to say, I wouldn't say that Rush Adventure is quite as bad as this though, because there was at least interesting things to talk about there.
Well, and you at least had a
not
decent
as
time
much.
with most of the stages of that.
I was only thinking about the story. I was my main complaint about the story is it's unremarkable. It pretends like it's remarkable, but it's not. Like I was more pleased with 06's story because it was a convoluted mess, even though it is objectively a worse story than this one.
Well, 06's story gave us stuff to talk about
This was the start of Sonic trying to be an animated movie in certain ways.
Sure, that makes sense.
It's selling itself harder than it has substance to back itself up with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
kind of.
Let's go ahead and keep moving. We're not quite done with this. I mean, we're done with gameplay, but
we still have some more cutscene left.
Yeah. What was even right? The last thing was Pickle saying we need both light and dark, and I actually think the world doesn't need to be destroyed every few eons, Professor.
Well, it sounds more like he's just talking about night and day, and it's like, no shit.
The natural flow of things.
Okay, well,
yeah,
but
like,
night and day are
we
controlled by the
don't need
fucking sun, which has nothing to do with Dark Gaia.
Yeah, no, I don't. Pickle's little waxing philosophical there is pointless.
Well, I'm just saying, the real world isn't destroyed every million something years, and the one in the Sonic universe isn't exactly more peaceful.
Well, the thing is, keep in mind, like I'm honestly not sure I believe what you were telling me before about how Chip like repairs the world, because remember, Eggman interfered with this. This was not the way it was supposed to happen. Or Dark Gaia woke up early. Like I don't really know, we don't really know for sure how it was supposed to work.
Looks like.
Like the cycle may be a little more graceful than you imagine.
That's the other possibility is maybe it does that when life has largely already disappeared from the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
something
possible,
like that.
Sure.
Yeah, because then decay, rebirth, the circle of life, all that Lion King shit, James Earl Jones.
Yeah, like it could even be necessary. Like, what if if the world isn't destroyed every so often, then life would die out forever because of something with Sonic's world. I don't know. I could see it make sense, and the story pretends like it makes sense. So I imagine there was probably something they were thinking of.
Maybe something got left on the cutting room floor when it came to writing. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Either way, Chip sends Sonic back up to the surface as the door is finally closed on the continent. And we get a neat little bit of bookending, because Sonic lands on his fucking face in Apatos again.
In the same spot.
Apparently, yeah. And
I mean, it's the same spot. It's the same it's the same map, so I assume it's supposed to be the same spot.
Yeah, I assume this is in his head, because he looks over at the same camera motion, the spot where Chip was before, and then Chip is there, but then he vanishes. So I assume that's just a hallucination.
Yeah, I doubt he's actually that. It's like Chip just being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with this guy one more time."
Wouldn't be surprised.
But he leaves behind his little necklace with the green gem on it. Except Sonic's hands are too big, so he wears it as a bracelet.
So this is the second to last spot where the Miku mod goes way too. It is way too much effort because the Miku mod, because Chip's bracelet wouldn't make any sense.
What does it leave there instead?
It
I'm
leaves
anticipating.
for Sonic. Miku leaves behind a Miku Expo bracelet.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
I was wondering if it was gonna be that like her pigtails were just there on the ground and he wraps them around his arm.
That would also be funny. But I
like
saw
her little hair clip things.
Oh yeah, her floating hair clips.
Yeah,
That would
little
also be funny.
pigtail.
I saw the Miku Expo bracelet. I'm like, oh my fucking god,
No,
why is
she
this
leaves
mod
behind
so
an
high
entire
effort?
outfit and Sonic puts it on.
She leaves behind her clothes, and Sonic's like, all right, new outfit.
It's the
All right.
inverse of the Miku wearing the Sonic outfit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, so Sonic puts that on, the bracelet, not the Mickey outfit, but Chip says
Thank you
he'll
for
never forget
clarifying.
us. Sonic goes running off. Tails chases him in the plane. What? The plane's fine.
It's fine. It got better.
And now we finally get the actual main theme to the game, Endless Possibility. It's a good track, and it's funny that it's done by Bowling for Soup, the guys who made the openings to Phineas and Ferb and Jimmy Neutron.
So for me, it wasn't Bowling for Soup.
What did they change it to in the Miku mod?
This is the last version. This is the last spot where the Miku mod goes way too hard because I got a Miku cover of Endless Possibility.
Oh,
That is
my
perfect.
God.
It was so peak.
Oh, of course.
I will never
so-
replay this game, but if I do for some reason,
Please
I'll
play
have
with the
to use
Miku
that
mod.
Yes.
The Miku mod is so funny.
Well, roll credits. That's fine. What did we learn today, folks? Well, one thing that everybody complains about in the 2010s is that they reduced the scope and budget of Sonic games somewhat.
Thank
And-
God, because this was a bloated mess.
The thing that I
Yeah.
think about when playing Unleashed is that kind of justified because a lot of this stuff didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm it's not that it has no redeeming values because I like
Oh, it does
most of the
plenty.
day stages.
Yeah.
And even the Werehog stages, they're not always the worst. There's just
My
too
problem
much
is the
of it.
Werehog in general feels a little half baked sometimes.
Well, and it's just it's so weird because this game's atmosphere in certain moments is great. In other moments, it just doesn't feel like Sonic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I strip away the story and the Werehog and I just look at the daytime stages, I had a pretty decent time.
Yeah, well, but there's
Then I
still
play
that,
the Werehog stages and I
there's
feel
still
like I need
that
to go play a good
clawing
game.
feel that something is wrong for me. And then that's definitely part of it in the speed stages is that as much as I like a couple of them, unparalleled speed, but the design and the control are not quite there to back it up yet, and they use QTEs for fucking everything.
The
Yeah, that was
QTEs can go to
ridiculous.
hell.
QTE slow you down so much.
Yeah, the QTEs can go to hell. I think overall I still had a decent enough time with this game.
I said at the start of this that I had intensely mixed feelings about this game, and that has not changed a single bit.
Yeah, I
feel
think I had
bad that
yeah.
I feel bad that even under the best circumstances, I subjected Lauren to this, and he did not have a good time largely.
I feel really bad
Yeah.
for Lauren because
So,
Yeah.
as I'm trying to reflect back on this game, like, this might be the worst time I ever had playing through a Sonic game on this podcast, which is ridiculous, and I don't know why exactly. But, like, objectively speaking, it's mostly competent game. It's just it kind of has like dumb choices here and there. Like that was unnecessary. You didn't have to do
Well,
that
I
sort of a
think it-
thing.
I think it's interesting also to look at our differing gameplay styles because you've pointed out before that you tend to take Sonic games a lot slower than like I do. I like to run
Right,
through
yes,
them.
that's
You play
true.
them more like standard platformers. So already daytime Sonic is going to being, 0 to 1,000 speed wise in the blink of an eye is already going to be a problem with that.
So that's going to be part of why I think is that Lauren, you have a bad experience because this game is the most actively hostile to your normal playstyle.
Exactly. With
I
that
guess so.
with that thought process, yeah.
And
It's weird though because there are some speed sections that actually want you to do it that way, sort of. So then it worked, but then the control style doesn't work with that, as we've said before.
Yeah. Well, and then, it's that, but it's also that it's for the longest amount of time because it's puffed up with a bunch of styrofoam with the Werehog.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe much of the werehog feeling. Just feels like the werehog sections feel like filler for getting to the stages I actually want to play.
Now that being
That's
said,
funny 'cause I feel like
no, go ahead.
Go on.
I feel like that's what the metal collecting was for me. Was
Oh,
just
definitely.
filler.
Well, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you're playing it without mods that lower the metal requirements like I did, the metal collecting is going to be just another case of filler.
Yeah, but like daytime Sonic, I'm not used to the speed in the HD version. He feels a lot faster in the HD version than in the Wii
Oh, without a
version,
doubt, yeah.
weirdly
Yeah.
enough. So I'm
We're
not
gonna have to
quite
review
ready.
the next
I
ones.
wasn't quite used to that level of speed, but I was still having fun, even if I was like messing things up because I couldn't see what was happening and I didn't know what was going on. So it's like I definitely can see myself still playing this game even after beating it just to get like better ranks.
Oh, that's the thing, is that I say, oh, I have such intense mixed feelings about the game. I'm definitely gonna play it again. It's not like with Sonic 06 where I don't want to touch it unless it's got, some major overhaul or something. This game
Yeah.
eludes me because I don't enjoy so much of it, but I keep coming back to it. I had done a
That's
casual
interesting,
playthrough of this
yeah.
game just a couple months before we started recording for this.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought also, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'd want to come back to this game. The daytime stages, sure, but I'd rather play them in Generations.
Yeah, you don't want to come back to this campaign. And that might
Yeah.
be my thesis, is that there is plenty of good stuff in this game. It has the worst main campaign of maybe any Sonic game.
Potentially?
Oh, I did want to say in regards to the final boss, I felt it was very lackluster.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
definitely.
kind of lame.
I was like so ready to play as
Oh.
Super Sonic, and then it's just like you put down the shield, do QTE, and then you're done. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm
Maybe-
done?
Kayla, maybe Frontier spoiled the two of us a little bit.
The Wii version of the final boss is different. It has a different layout.
Well, I guess to be fair,
So that's-
Frontiers was the last like supersonic fights that I really enjoyed. So they've or actually, I guess
Well,
Mania as well, but that's a completely different gameplay style.
well, so this is part
Yeah.
of it is that, and this is something we've encountered across every Supersonic fight, is that all of the best instances of Supersonic are the ones where he's just an addition to existing normal gameplay mechanics.
Sure. I think why it kind of works in the classic games sometimes.
Well, in the classic games, it's a bonus that you get that lets you
Yeah.
trivialize the stages.
Sure, yeah.
Well, the first game, not already by the second Supersonic appearance, they actually did have a different gameplay style.
For Doomsday Zone, yeah.
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 That was like the first time they started doing that.
I'm trying to think like what else.
Supersonic fights in general usually aren't great.
3D supersonic fights especially.
I don't like most of the 2D ones either.
Definitely.
The only one I
think
really
the only one I
enjoyed was
don't-
Mania.
The only one I
Mania
really
still
don't
isn't
like is
amazing.
Time Eater. That one's
Oh, well,
annoying.
that final boss sucks in a totally different way to Dark
We will
Gaia.
get to Time
Yeah, I
Eater.
know. We will get to Time Eater, but I'm just saying now that is the only Supersonic fight that I can recall right now that I absolutely do not like. And I was
You
so
did
ready
just
for the
recently do that
HD.
fight.
I was so ready for the HD version to be an absolute spectacle, because it's like, oh, if it was, pretty good in the Wii version, it's bound to be fantastic in the HD version. No.
Supersonic's at his best in a cutscene most of the time, to be honest.
I
Really?
feel like I've been denied. Like, I've been loving this
in
game.
general, yeah.
I've been loving this game, and then it slapped me at the end, and I'm just left crying on the ground.
Damn.
If I spin my perspective around for a second, like this is something I wouldn't even consider because I was just done with the game. Like, good, there's nothing to it. I mean, it was hard, but like I don't care if it has an anticlimax. It means the game's over. But you're right. Supersonic does feel like an afterthought here. I actually.
Kind of.
For a minute, I actually wondered if Supersonic was even going to show up because they got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh no, that's fair.
And then he didn't go
knew
super.
He did, but yeah, I would have. If I didn't know he was in this game, I would have immediately assumed like, oh, we're just going to use the emeralds to power the Gaia Colossus.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to my brother about, like right before hopping
Super
into
chip.
record. Is I was like, it really felt like that final boss just focused on Chip. Sonic
Yeah,
was
no.
just
Yep.
happens to be there. Like I was very disappointed.
Sonic became a side character in his game.
Oh, it's like Sonic X all over again.
Yeah, Sonic. It's the Sonic X game. Oh no, that was
Okay.
06.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we have just about covered our thoughts on this game, and I am
Yeah.
glad that that no other Sonic game is this long for its main campaign.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
like the game, but
I
Yeah.
like
I'm
parts
glad
of
you
this game
enjoy
a
it.
lot.
I honestly, I wish I liked it more. I was kind of hoping I would.
Let's refrain from the saying more things that hurt each other's souls.
I'm
I
not.
don't.
I'm not upset about it. 'Cause it's just
No,
I'm
like,
not
Kayla,
talking to you. I'm talking about Lauren.
oh,
Oh, I was actually
I know
about to-
Lauren. I was gonna say I know Lauren didn't have a great time with this, so
No,
I'm not. I'm just.
I was
actually
actually just
trying
going
to
to say
think
it
of
was the other for
something
whichever we
positive.
spotted first.
Yeah, Lloyd's over here being like racking his brain, like, how do I say something good about this game?
no, that was the flaw. I wasn't gonna. We were all being positive. I wasn't gonna just suddenly tear it down. Like, no, stop being positive.
Like, fuck you, this game sucks.
The only thing I can think of is that it was somewhat satisfying to get through it. Like, it was modded, but like at least I didn't cheat my way
You
past
didn't miss
any of the
out. You didn't
challenges.
miss out on anything using mods. I assure you.
Yeah.
No.
And you know, you
I don't
did
think
do it.
any of
so.
you guys really did,
Right.
except for maybe the infinite. I'm not gonna blame you for the infinite lives thing, actually, especially of Eggman Land.
I mean,
I
that's
don't.
just redoing past things more again. Like, that doesn't
don't-
add
yeah.
challenge because life
don't do-
systems are flawed.
Yeah, I don't do life systems anymore. If I can play with infinite lives, I'm going to.
Yeah.
The point is, I think my main thing is I hope this hasn't like immediately convinced Lauren that all future Boost games are bad.
No.
Alright.
The thing is, this doesn't even feel like a Boost game. Because, it's funny you said that, Bruce, earlier about how I take it slow. I actually never boosted in this game unless I was at a section that required it.
That's fair. Knowing your
so-
gameplay style, that tracks.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree. This feels too much like a prototype for what would become because this is the Boost formula, but like this feels more like to me a prototype of what ends up becoming Colors and Generations.
And Forces, and even Lost
And
World to a degree,
Forces.
even though that game
Lost
doesn't
World
have a
somewhat. Lost World somewhat also. And also I guess the cyberspace sections in Frontiers.
boost. That's a fucking beast of its own.
That's gonna be interesting.
Anyway, but I think we've covered things well enough, so I am gonna go ahead and cut that off here. Next time on Deep Dive Zone, I don't know. We'll do something. I don't quite remember what comes next, but next time on Deep Dive Zone stuff. With all
Next
that
time on
said,
Deep Dive Zone, fucking something.
Yeah.
With all that said, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts for enduring this with me, and thank you to our viewers for watching. If you like this episode, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. So I hope you all have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and take care.